And we welcome you to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game. And I'm joined along by Mark Cavella, our general manager for the Newton Rebels. Well, tonight, Mark, we are in Great Bend, Kansas.
Yeah, I bet you didn't think we'd ever come back here this year.
Well, I sure did, and I didn't think we'd be coming back here. We already have had our series with the Great Bend Batcats, but looks like the Batcats were needing one ball game to fill in, so they called the Newton Rebels to see whether we could come up or not.
Well, unfortunately, when Andale dropped out, El Dorado dropped out, and we're trying to help each other out in this league, in the Sunflower League, and so what happened, Great Bend had some sponsor nights, and right now it's Bombers night. It's Little League night when you see all the kids out here. And so each team, Sluggers are coming up here, we're coming up here, the Seeds are coming up here. So we wanted to fill that, go up there and help our obligation, try to help out Great Bend, and that's why we're here.
Well, that's good to see that we do have another game here tonight. Once again, we are in Great Bend, Kansas. We welcome you to Newton Rebels Baseball. The Newton Rebels won last night at X Stadium.
It's a W, and if anybody likes a lot of offense, you got to see that yesterday.
Well, they ended up scoring 21 runs and gave up 11 runs, so there's another victory there for the Newton Rebels. We're going to go ahead and go through the starting lineup as we're about ready to get started. We'll take you out to the field, and we'll let you see the starting lineups. First of all, due up for the Newton Rebels leading off will be the center fielder, number 0, Eli Hickman. Batting second, the second baseman, number 35, Tyzik Nolan. Batting third and playing first base will be number 14, Trey Winged. Batting fourth and playing third base will be number 23, Nolan Riley. Batting fifth and playing right field will be number 8, Thomas Capion. Batting sixth and playing shortstop will be number 1, Andrew Brutman. Batting seventh and catching will be number 25, Max Dozier. Batting eighth and playing left field will be number 10, Ricky Hockett. Batting ninth and DHing tonight will be number 16, Anthony Zellner. And pitching for the Newton Rebels will be number 20, Aiden Corrigan. Once again, the head coach for the Newton Rebels is Brett Clark. Well, Carv, as you can see, we have a lot of changes in the lineup.
Yeah, like I said, it's Tyzik Nolan. I looked at that. I go, first I heard Nolan was playing second. I thought it was Nolan Riley. But Tyzik, he just pitched and got the win yesterday in that marathon game. But yesterday, so this is the first time we've got to see him play second base, and I think Coach is changing it up a little, getting to see some other guys in there and give him the opportunity.
Well, not only that, but also starting and pitching is Aiden Corrigan, and I don't think he's pitched yet this year that I know of. I don't remember that. So we're going to have a lot of changes here, but it's going to be a fun game. We drove all this way, and hopefully we'll come out with the W. If not, we're going to try to have a good time here tonight.
Definitely.
Now let's go ahead and go with the starting lineups for the visiting team, the home team tonight. The Great Bend Batcats leading off and playing center field will be number 4, Alex Rogers. Batting second, the third baseman, number 10, Noah Best. Batting third and playing first base will be number 34, Micah Grover. Batting fourth and playing shortstop will be number 7, Zane Spin. Batting fifth and DHing will be number 26, Brady Mitchell. Batting sixth and catching will be number 19, Jet Forrest. Batting seventh and playing second base will be number 3, Brett Freiberg. Batting eighth and playing right field will be number 25, Tyler Henry. Batting ninth and playing left field will be number 17, Kyle Gates. And pitching tonight for the Great Bend Batcats will be number 30, Ethan Thomas. And once again, the head coach for the Batcats is Roger Ward.
And they have a twist of their own. If you look at Brady Mitchell, he's an assistant coach. He still has eligibility. He's finished playing at Emporia State, and he's getting to be the DH.
So tonight we do have a change in all the lineups, looks like. And We're not quite ready to play ball yet, but we will be here pretty soon. Our umpires for tonight's game, we have Hunter Fitzpatrick and Lucas Baldwin. And we're not sure which is which, but they know who they are.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are now presenting the Victory Barbershop starting lineup for your Great Bend Backcast.
And we're going to pause as they do the starting lineups. I'd like to go ahead and thank all our sponsors while he's doing this. All double plays tonight will be sponsored by the team of Peyton Paul, attorneys at law. Doubles this evening will be sponsored by Cobra Enterprise, Store and Stuff, and Realty Connections. Plays at the plate will be sponsored by the Colonel Tim Mahler family in honor of the Kansas National Guard. Your home team, always ready, always there. Any pitching changes here this evening will be sponsored by Race Roofing. They have you covered. Home runs tonight will be sponsored by the John Odeman family, proud friends of the Newton Rebels. Any great plays or players of the game will be sponsored by the Carl Hodges and family. The Rebels tradition continues since the year 2000. Also like to thank Back Alley Pizzas and Curtis C's. And once again, we'd like to also thank all our host families here for this year. Wouldn't be possible without our host families. We're going to take a small break as we get ready for the national anthem, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game. And once again, I'm joined by Mark Cavalla. We'll let you take a look at Mark here this evening. We have the light back behind us, the window there, so we have quite of a reflection there that I can see. But we welcome you once again to Newton Rebels Baseball.
I was going to ask Frank what you think of the little, like Roger Ward, he's the GM here. You know, all the GMs in the league work really hard, believe me, folks. But I'm sitting there, and, you know, they had a little league thing out here, all the little kids going out with the position players. It looked really neat. He gets the community of Great Bend involved, and it's really great to see.
Well, tonight it is 84 degrees here in Great Bend, Kansas, and the wind is out of the east-southeast at about 10 miles an hour. And the sunset is supposed to set at 8:55 here tonight. So if you're scared of the dark, Card, you better make sure you get inside before 8:55.
I just hate driving home in it. That's what I hate.
Well, that's exactly right. We're going to have to drive home in that tonight.
Hey,
Yes,
you got a special guest right next to you, the guy that we know, Mr. Kim.
Mr. Kim.
Kim,
We
right there,
want to
there
take a look
again.
at him real quick here.
Yeah, we've got to know him. Pitcher.
There you go. Say hi to everybody there. There he is. Good pitcher, great pitcher there, matter of fact, for
Yeah,
the
from South
Great Bend
Korea.
Batcats. So we're going to take you back out to the field. Once again, defensively for the Great Bend Batcats at first base, number 34, Grover. Second baseman will be number 3, Freiberg. At shortstop will be number 7, Spin. Third baseman, number 10, Best. Left fielder will be number 17, Gage. Right center fielder will be number 4, Rogers. Right fielder will be number 25, Henry. Catcher number 19, Forrest. And pitching this evening for Great Bend will be number 30, Ethan Thomas. Thomas at the mound for the Batcats. Thomas has completed in 8 ball games. He has started 1. He has gone 20 2/3 innings, has given up 32 hits, 8 runs, 8 base on balls. Correction, 8 earned runs, 8 base on balls. He has a total of 17 strikeouts, and he comes in with an overall record of 2-0, I believe. Yeah, 2-0, and he comes in with a 3.46 ERA.
I was going to say, they got a lot of guys with great ERAs right there. But Thomas is from North Lake, Texas, 6'3", 225. Big righties from Hendrix College, which is in Arkansas.
And we're ready to get started. First batter will be the center fielder, number 0, Eli Hickman. And the first pitch is ball 1. So the count, 1 ball, no strikes now to Eli Hickman as we're underway here in Great Bend, Kansas. That pitch misses high for ball 2 and outside as the count now goes to 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I mean, you and I were talking about how that first inning, it kind of shows what kind of game it's going to be, especially for the Rebels.
That pitch hits the outside corner as the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. We're just underway here in Great Bend. We hope you enjoy the broadcast here this evening. Once again, say something to us on YouTube, on live stream, and we'll make sure that we announce your name. That one fouled off there by Hickman, and the count will even up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
No, Hickman, like we talked about, he needs to use that speed. Just get on base.
Hickman comes in batting .280 for the Newton Rebels as he's appeared in 19 ball games, has been up to bat 50 times, has 14 hits, and has scored 14 times. He also has a total of 5 RBIs. There's the pitch. Misses inside for ball 4. So Hickman will be on at first base now as he reaches on a walk. And that will bring up the second baseman, number 35, Tyzik Nolan.
Yeah, we don't know. He's our own player, and we don't know a lot about him as a hitter. You know, like I said, he got the win yesterday at X Stadium on the mound. But he guess he can hit, and we're going to find out how he can do, and we'll see. I mean, Coach Clark might have him put down a bunt. And maybe not. Takes a strike on the outside, fastball.
We're trying to adjust the camera, but there's just no way that if we move it, it just seems to get.
Seems like
there we go.
Better right there.
That's better.
Yeah. Cuts out some of the light, maybe.
That is fouled off there by Nolan, and the count will even up now at 1 ball, 1 strike. We hope that's better. Thank you very much for letting us know that that is just a little bit too light. We say hi to Jan Hansen as she says hi to us. And also Bob Brotman says thank you, everyone. That makes Newton Rebels baseball possible. And thank you for streaming for us long-distance fans. And he says, go Rebels. Once again, if you'd like to have your name announced, just post a little something, and we'll make sure that we get your name announced here on YouTube.
Yeah,
what a crowd here in Great Bend.
Oh, yeah, that's like I said, with the Little League, all the kids out here. I mean, it's a fun atmosphere.
A swing and a miss there by Tysick Nolan as he goes down for out number 1. That is the first strikeout recorded by Ethan Thomas here in the ball game. And that will bring up the first baseman, number 14, Trey Wingett.
Yeah, Wingett played at Gateway Community College, same place that Coach Clark played at. And he is going to St. Mary's, University of St. Mary's in California.
And Wingett comes in batting. 250 for the Newton Rebels. There goes the runner, and there's hard hit ball to right field, and he's going to make the catch, and looks like he's going to have a double play possible.
Whoa.
No. First baseman ends up dropping the ball. That is Micah Grover. So Hickman was lucky there because he was going on the pitch.
Yeah,
hard hit ball there by Wingett.
Now, I'm not sure if that was a straight steal or a hit and run. In hit and run, you want to hit down. The worst thing to do is put the ball in the air like that. So I'm not sure if that's what it was, but if it's a steal, you might want to protect and get him on second.
So we do have 2 down now here in the top half of the first inning, and due up now is the third baseman, number 23, Nolan Riley.
Very dangerous, Nolan Riley.
Yeah, Riley's definitely, like we always say, Mr. Consistent.
First pitch there goes throw down to first base, not going to be in time, and also gets away from the first baseman, Grover. So in safely is Eli Hickman as we have 2 down here in the top half of the first inning. Riley comes in batting .408 for the Newton Rebels as he's appeared in 29 ball games, has been up to bat 98 times, has 40 hits, and has scored 20 runs. That ball hit up the middle. Shortstop is going to get to it as that is a spin as he throws to the second baseman Freiberg for the force out. So that is a 6-4 play, and Riley reaches on a fielder's choice. But the top half of the first inning for the Newton Rebels, they score no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 1 half inning of play, it's the Rebels 0 and the Batcats coming to bat.
Plenty of Batcats apparel. Plenty of Brewskis.
Defensively for the Newton Rebels at first base, we'll have number 14, Wingett. And this is only the second time that I've seen Wingett play first base.
Right, yeah, like I said, he's but I guess he's such a good athlete. They can probably play anything. I think he's probably one of the best outfielders also.
And then playing second base will be the number 35, Tysick Nolan, which is normally a pitcher. But I noticed that Justin Barnes is not here.
Yeah, Justin Barnes, and I think Mason. I know Mason was hurt. I don't know. There's a report that he might have gone home. And if that's the case, maybe Barnes went with him. I haven't got the official report yet because, they're teammates and they were going to ride together or whatever. So
yeah, I have not heard anything either. And so also not here is
yeah, it's a tough time right now, Frank, because it's at the end of the season, and and it's one of those things I've never understood, and I'm just being honest, and it might sound pretty mean to some of the people out there, but you got a schedule that you need to fulfill, and some guys just left early, and it's not just us, it's in the league. I talked to some GMs on the way up here, and they even Great Bend had some guys leave. I mean, it's just, and I don't get it because you have a schedule, and to find out late. That's the part that just probably bugs me as a general manager and as a coach that, fulfill your commitment. And we always put the schedule out there. What do we put in there? NBC. Because that's our goal.
That's our goal, exactly. Well, at shortstop will be number 1, Brotman. Third baseman will be number 23, Riley. Left fielder number 10, Hockett. Center fielder number 0, Hickman. And right fielder number 8, Capion. Catching number 25, Dozier. And pitching for the Newton Rebels will be number 20, Aiden Corrigan. First batter due up for the Great Bend Batcats, center fielder number 4, Alex Rogers. Rogers comes in batting .291. First pitch misses, high for ball 1.
Yeah, the one point I want to bring up, too, I am proud of the guys that do stick it out, that fulfill their commitment. I'm very proud, and I will be calling their coaches and commending them for that.
That one just misses high as the count now goes to 2 balls, no strikes. Once again, Rogers batting .291 as he's appeared in 31 ball games, has been up to bat 103 times, has 30 hits and has scored 33 runs. Also has a total of 14 RBI. That ball hit hard into left field. Left fielder backing up clear to the fence, not going to be able to get to it. And in with a double will be Alex Rogers as he records the first hit of the ball game.
Yeah, Rogers always dangerous. Just getting on the bases. You know, he usually, if he's on first, he'll steal second. But right there, he gets a double. Ricky Hockett, right there, he got a little close to that fence and it stopped. It was definitely catchable, but just a little short of the fence.
Yeah. So now batting for the Batcats will be the third baseman, number 10, Noah Best.
I was going to say, Frank.
I'm sorry, that's wrong.
Okay.
I flipped the page over and I never got back here.
You're right.
Okay, Noah Best is the batter. And there's a bunt laid down, ball thrown to first base, not going to be in time. In safely is Best. So moving over to third base will be Alex Rogers.
Yeah, use a little small ball, working on execution. I talked to Roger Ward before. He says that's what we're going to be working on all the way because they're playing in the regional. So they're working on some things too.
So now due up for the Batcats will be the first baseman, number 34, Micah Grover. Best is on with a base hit. That is the second hit of the ball game. And Rogers moved to third base on that bunt. And Aiden Corrigan ready to go to work. Here's the pitch. That one hits Grover. So now the bases will be loaded.
Yeah, it's definitely not a good start for Corrigan and his first outing of the year for the Rebels.
So the bases are loaded now for the Batcats, and that will bring up the shortstop, number 7, Zane Spinn.
Number 7.
So we have no outs here in the bottom half of the first inning as we're just underway. No score yet so far, but the bases are loaded with no outs.
Yeah, I was going to say, boy, Frank, I think this crowd here, we're kind of the the crowd is definitely favoring Great Bend quite a bit.
And we have quite a few Rebel fans here, too.
Yeah, there are.
I've noticed.
But when you have a bunch of kids here, it's a little louder. They're pretty enthused about their hometown team.
So we're ready to get started here as Corrigan ready to go to work on Zane Spinn. And here's the pitch by Corrigan. That one hits the outside corner for call strike 1. And I noticed that it's still a little light out there, but there's really nothing we can do. We had the same problem last time we were here.
Just got to wait till it gets darker.
And that one is fouled off there by Spinn as the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Once again, we have Rogers on at third base, Best on at second, and Grover on at first. Rogers reached on a double, Best on a bunt single, and Grover just got hit with the pitch.
Spinn from Holland, Texas, 6'4", 195 from Temple College.
Spinn batting .327. There's a breaking ball. That's lifted into left field. That's going to be in for a base hit. 1 run will score. And here comes the throw in the home as Dozier comes down the line to make the catch. But the score is 1-0 now as there is bases still loaded. And Rogers scored from third base. Best moves to third base. Grover moves to second. And Spinn reaches on with a base hit and an RBI.
Okay, here's the assistant coach that has now turned into a DH today.
That will bring up the designated hitter, number 26, Brady Mitchell. And here is Corrigan's pitch. That fastball misses high for ball 1. So the count goes 1 ball, no strikes now to Brady Mitchell.
Said a lot of the players and the staff here are pretty excited to see Brady Mitchell up to bat. And they, like I said, know him as the assistant. He's the hitting coach.
Well, this is the second batter, one for the Rebels and one for the Batcats that first time at the plate this year.
Yeah, here we are the last week or so of the season almost, and we're seeing guys that, I mean, we know the guys, but they're playing different positions or whatever.
That one was fouled off there by Mitchell as the count now goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-0 is the score, as the Batcats have 2 hits here in the ball game. Bases are loaded with no out. And here's the pitch by Corrigan. That one in there for call strike as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You can tell Corrigan's definitely not going to overpower you, but he's around the strike zone.
Yeah, Corrigan may be glad that we don't have a speed gun. But like you say, the main thing is to get that strike zone. That ball lifted into the right-hand side. First baseman attempting for it. So is Dozier. What a hustle there by catcher Max Dozier. And he almost got to that.
Yeah.
But the count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And Wingate using his speed to get there. He had to cover a lot of ground, too, because he was playing back a little.
As an ex-catcher, I appreciate that hustle there by the catcher. And all those catchers that used to be catchers out there, I'm sure they do too. So the count will stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. That one misses high for ball 2.
Yeah,
2 now to Mitchell.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to talk to Coach Clark about what his plan is pitching. I don't know how, what Corrigan, especially we don't know what his pitch count's going to be.
Well, there's only 5 extra players that we have out there. Well, matter of fact, we almost have, there's the ball hit to the shortstop. Brotman scoops over to the second baseman, over to first base, not going to be in time. So we do have 1 out, but another run does score. As we now have runners on at first and third, as Grover moves to third base. Best scores from third base, and it is a 6-4 put out for the first out. And Mitchell reaches on a fielder's choice. That will bring up the catcher, number 19, Jet Forrest.
I don't know if Coach Clark's dependent on that offense. 21 runs yesterday, which was pretty nice.
There's a swing and a miss there by Forrest.
But like you were talking about going over the ERAs of this pitching staff, Great Bend, they've got some very good pitchers.
Forrest comes in batting .226 here for the Great Bend Batcats as he's appeared in 27 ball games. And here is Corrigan's pitch. That one hit hard into left center field. Looks like Ricky Hockett will make the catch. Tagging up from third base will be Grover, and he'll come in to score to make it 3-0.
And Grover, he did his job right there, just get that run in.
So Forrest is out to left field, but he does get an RBI. Sacrifice, and that will bring up the second baseman, number 3, Brett Freiberg. So we have 2 down now with the runner on at first base, and 3-0 is the score.
Yeah, I don't have a lot, Frank, to tell you about the guys that, just like I said, they've lost some guys. You can see them marked out on this, and some of the guys haven't been added, so we don't have a lot of information on. We will tell you about the guys that we do know that are here.
That one hit to the first baseman, correction. Looks like he's going to take it unassisted. He cut in front of the second baseman, was able to get to it. So it will be 3 unassisted for the third out, but not before the Batcats. They scored 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 1 inning to play, it is the Great Bend Batcats 3 and the Newton Rebels 0, and we'll be right back.
Thanks
And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the top half of the second inning. And I am Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, and this is Mark Cavala, our general manager for the Newton Rebels, as we start the top half of the second inning. 3-0 is the score. We'll take you back out to the field. Due up for the Newton Rebels will be the right fielder, number 8, Thomas Capion.
That's on Thomas Capion. When we were watching the Cheney game and Hutch game last night, sitting there with him, and he has such a great attitude, doesn't he?
A great human being. He is.
Yes, we just enjoyed it. We sat there just talking.
Swing and a miss there by Capion as the count goes to no balls and 1 strike.
Well, and what I liked about his attitude was he's talking about he's happy, he's playing ball, and he realized someday it's going to end, so he's enjoying it.
Well, the thing that I love about him is not only there's a hard hit ball into left center field, the center fielder will get under it, makes the catch. That is Alex Rogers for out number 1. And that is that he's just got a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah.
He's free-spirited, happy.
Yep. Yeah.
Personable.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he just seems like at peace.
Yeah.
And if we could all have that peace in our lives, how much.
Well, that young.
And being that young. Well,
I sure wasn't like that when I was young.
And I was going to say looks, but he kind of looks like me. Or is it you?
No.
One of the two.
You're the good-looking one, Frank. Yes, sir.
And that would ball hit to the catcher as he makes the catch for out number 2. And by the way, that batter was the shortstop number 1, Andrew Brutman.
Yeah, Brutman swinging first pitch right there.
And that will bring up the catcher number 25, Max Dozier. So we have 2 down now here in the top half of the second inning.
Max Dozier plays this last spring at Oklahoma Wesleyan, one of the very good KCAC schools.
Dozier has appeared in 10 ball games, has 2 hits, and he has scored 14 runs.
And he's another good young player with a great attitude. He's always there, working hard.
Well, you could see that hustle that he gave us that bottom half of first inning on that foul ball. Swing and a miss there by Dozier as the count now goes to, I missed a pitch there, so I think it's just 1 strike.
Yeah, that pitch was away. You got to make sure he pitched. He's swinging at strikes.
So Max Dozier now up here in the top half of the second inning, 3-0 to score. That ball hit into right center field. Right fielder coming in, not going to be able to get to it. And Max Dozier records his 3rd hit of the season, his 1st hit here of the ball game.
And Dozier did a great job. Right there's a little slider away that was, away, and he just took it that way. And he knew the pitcher was pitching him that way. Just took it right there, not a big swing, just right over second base hit.
Well, Dozier did a good job of keeping his hands back, and you say, just put the bat on the ball, and that's all he had to do. That would bring up the left fielder, number 10, Ricky Hockhead, as there is 2 down here in the bottom half or top half of the first inning. That one fouled off for call strike, for a foul ball, I should say, as the count goes no balls, 1 strike. Hockett comes in batting 150 as he's appeared in 10 ball games, has been up to bat 20 times, has 3 hits, and has scored 3 runs. Here's the pitch. The swing and a miss there by Hockett as the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes.
Said Hockett, he hasn't had a lot of at-bats that he wanted like he did last summer. And like I said, he was getting at friends and also pitching there when he had the COVID back in the spring. He only played about 1/3 of the season.
That pitch misses outside as the count now goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Nikki Esperi says that the weather is perfect here tonight. Go Rebels. She's in from out of town. We appreciate her following the Rebels here this evening. So we want to say hi to Nikki Esperi. Here's the pitch. That one hit hard there by Ricky Hockett. Left fielder backing up, and that's going to be right up against the wall. Coming around third base, but stopping at third base will be Max Dozier, and Ricky Hockett is in with a double for his first hit of the ball game.
Great adjustment that he made right there. Getting this, like you were talking about, getting hands ready, and he got the hands ready and attacked the ball right out front.
So now we'll have runners on at second and third base with 2 down. And that double is sponsored by Cobra Enterprise Store and Stuff and Realty Connections. And that will bring up the designated hitter number 16, Anthony Zellner. Zellner, a left-handed batter. That ball hits the outside corner for call strike one. Zellner comes in batting 200 as he's appeared in 13 ball games, has been up to bat 40 times, has 8 hits, and has scored 6 runs. Also does have a total of 3 RBIs. That pitch misses inside for ball one.
They had that nice hit last night at Hicks Stadium in right center with a double.
Well, right now would be a great time for that, wouldn't it?
Right there, wouldn't it? Yep, I can see it. 2 RBIs.
Well, he will get his a couple RBIs here, as we do have ducks on the pond, as they say. 1-1 now the count. Here's the pitch. That one is fouled off there by Zellner, as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here in the top half of the second inning, the Newton Rebels threatening as they have Hockett on at second base as he just got a double. That moved Dozier over to third base as he reached on a base hit. 2 down, though. And here's the pitch. That one just misses outside, and that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I'll tell you, yesterday's game on both sides, the Seas, and we had a lot of 2-out hits. There was quite a few.
Yeah, a lot of action yesterday at X Stadium.
Yeah.
I saw that you were doing a little play-by-play,
Yeah.
or a little color commentator that was outside. As the count goes full now at 3-2.
With our friend Andrew, and it was a joy. Like I said, I don't think we both expected to have what was it, 3 hours and however long that game was.
Almost 4-hour game.
Almost 4
I
hour,
believe.
yeah. That was.
So the count is full now at 3-2, and here's the pitch. That one hit right up
There
the
you
middle.
go.
That's going to be in for a base hit. That Rebels record their second hit of the game, and they score 2 runs as Anthony Zellner records his first hit of the game and 2 RBIs. Scoring from third base was Dozier, and scoring from second base was Ricky Hockett. So 3-2 now the score here in the top half of the second inning. And that will bring up the center fielder number 0, Eli Hickman.
You got to hand it to the Rebels. I mean, it's been a tough summer if you look at our record and everything, but this team doesn't quit. Like I said, we've been down 5-0, 8-0, 9-0, whatever, and we've come back and just continue to keep doing it. So.
Well, the thing about it is we really got some great ball players on this team. If our pitching would have been just a little bit better in the first couple of weeks,
Well, and we came out, we lost the 5 games to Derby.
Yeah.
Of course, we won 2 games against Great Bend, and then we won 1 game against Hayesville, and then
Right.
of course Cheney.
Yeah.
We lost 5. I mean, that puts you in a hole right there.
Yeah, that's it. The schedule just didn't favor us, and then, like I say, the pitching didn't quite come through for us that we needed. And like I say, when you get 7, 8, 9 runs down, it's hard to come back. There's a swing and a miss there by Hickman as the count now goes to 0 balls and 2 strikes. Runner on at first base.
But what I'm saying, Frank, there's fighting these guys, and they'll come out here and they'll battle, and that's what they did that yesterday. It was back and forth, but we were always down.
Yeah, they were down 5-0, I believe. That one misses high as the count now goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Until we took control later in the game with the 5 runs, and just kept going. But that's one thing I'm very proud about this team. And it's not the record-wise that I know people want to look at that and dwell on it.
Here's the pitch. That one hits the outside corner, and Eli Hickman looks at third strike as he goes down looking for the third out, and that is the second strikeout recorded by Ethan Thomas. So the top half of the second inning for the Newton Rebels, they score 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 1 1/2, it is the Bobcats 3 and the Rebels 2, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the bottom half of the second inning. 3-2 is the score in favor of Great Bend. Due up for the Batcats will be the right fielder, number 25, Tyler Henry. And starting his second inning of work will be number 20, Aiden Corrigan.
Yeah, Frank's kind of neat to see for the game. Ryan Schwamborn won my ex.
Well, matter of fact, I think we got a different pitcher, don't we?
No. I think
Is that Corrigan?
Yeah, it's still Corrigan.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But Ryan Schwamborn, one of my ex-players, came up and say hello. His kids just got introduced there. One of the, we won a championship back 2004 at Friends together.
25, Tyler Henry.
So Tyler Henry now up at the plate. And that first pitch is in there for call strike one. As we are in the bottom half of the second inning now. 3-2 is the score. And we do apologize about the lightness of the camera. But we had the same problem last time we were here. We just don't have a filter that we could use to darken that up any. We actually do, but when we change computers, we had to. There's a breaking ball in there for call strike two.
That's a nice
12. Great pitch there by Aiden Corrigan.
12-6, man. That dropped it off the table there.
So no balls, 2 strikes now to Henry. Once again, when we changed computers, we ended up losing that.
Yeah, that one.
He comes back and hits him. So Tyler Henry will be on with a hit batsman. And that will bring up the left fielder, number 17, Kyle Gates.
And that's when you do on a slow curve. You just turn, take it. It's not going to hurt you.
Well, that's for sure. That's
it's one of my pet peeves, Frank, when a guy dives out of the way.
By the way, those plays at the plate, I forgot to announce, are sponsored by the Colonel Tim Mahler family and all the Kansas National Guard. Your home team, always ready, always there. There we go. We got that in as we need it. And here's the pitch by Corrigan. Breaking ball in there for call strike as there is a runner on at first base with no out.
Yeah.
Here in the bottom half of the second inning.
I was going to say Gates from Lavernia, Texas, 6'1", 185, another Temple College player.
Gates comes in batting 180 for the Batcats. And here's the pitch by Corrigan. A swing and a miss. Or actually, I don't think he fouled that one off. He might have. I did hear it.
Yeah.
He did? Well, that's a foul ball. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Mr.
As the
Kim's
count now
right
goes
on
to
it
no
right
balls
there.
and 2 strikes.
He's got those young eyes.
Well, we got our headset on, so we can't hear. But I just saw him swing and a miss, and I thought maybe it came out of the glove of Dozier. Gates has appeared in 26 ball games. There's a hard hit ball down the line, but it's going to be foul as the count will stay at no balls and 2 strikes. He has been up to bat 61 times and has 11 hits and has scored 15 runs. Also has a total of 2 RBIs. So 0-2 count now by Aiden Corrigan. Here's the pitch. The runner takes off to second base, throw down. Not going to be in time. And in safely is Tyler Henry with a stolen base.
I was going to say, these Temple College, Coach Ward's got several Temple College players here. Seems like he's got a good pipeline going. They're fine players, and we got to watch them quite a bit this summer.
So there is a runner now on at second base here in the bottom half of the second inning, as the score is 3-2. That one is fouled off there by Gates, as the count stays at no balls, 2 strikes.
We never really got with Corrigan to see what kind of pitches he has. I know we got the 12-6 curve. It's a fastball.
And here's the pitch by Corrigan. That one misses low as the count will now go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, beautiful evening here in Great Bend. See what the temperature is now. I'm sure it hasn't dropped a whole lot, but you can see the flag flying out there. We get a breeze every once in a while.
Oh, yeah. Kind of sunk back in here.
Yeah, we're clear underneath the. There's a swing and a miss there by Gates as he goes down swinging for out number 1. And that is the first strikeout recorded by Aiden Corrigan.
Here's a dangerous guy right here, what you and I have got to know.
And that will bring up the center fielder, number 4, Alex Rogers.
Number 4, Alex
Omaha, Nebraska, 5'11", 190, and he plays his baseball at Barton County Community College, which is right down the road, right here.
So Rogers now up. He got a double his first time up as he hit the ball over the left fielder's head. That one just gets the end of the bat there, and the ball stays foul as hustling for that was Aiden Corrigan. And the count will now go to no balls and 1 strike.
You know, it's kind of funny, Frank, just watching the players, just because Corrigan's not lighting up that radar gun like you pointed out before, and so they have to wait a little longer, and you could see how it's off their front foot. Not getting good swings on it right now, which is good for the Rebels.
Once again, if you'd like to say something on live chat, we will make sure that we announce your name. All you got to do is just type us a little something. And Corrigan goes back towards second base, and back safely is Henry. No throw, though. That's one of those step-offs that you've talked about many times.
You don't have to throw it. A pitcher just, I don't know, you don't have unnecessary throw.
And here's the pitch by Corrigan. That one is lifted to shortstop Andrew Brotman. Brotman getting under it. No, it's going to make the catch as left fielder Ricky Hockett. He even fooled me there.
Yeah, I think that's what they were working on, trying
I
to
think
fake
that's
you
what
out,
they were
Frank.
working on.
The third baseman, number 10.
So let's fake out Frank right here. Yeah, that's what it looked like. I thought, of course, we're blinded because of the grandstand right there.
Yeah. So we do have 2 down now. And that will bring up the third baseman, number 10, Noah Best. Best got a base hit his last time up, and he ended up scoring a run.
Yeah, he's from Carrollton, Georgia, 6'1", 190, Birmingham Southern.
Ball hit right down the line. That's going to be foul. Great job there by Nolan Riley as he dove to his right, made the stomp, but it was in foul territory. As the count now goes, no balls, 1 strike.
He usually has the dirtiest uniform, I noticed.
Who's that, Riley?
Riley, oh yeah, he's always diving.
It should always be the third baseman with the dirtiest uniform. If a third baseman has not got the dirtiest uniform, then he has not done his job. All right, Aiden Corrigan now with the pitch outside as the count will now even up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
You know, it almost looks like about as slow as a knuckleball in a way, and I'm sure he's not throwing a knuckleball. I don't think he is, but.
No, that just looked like he was trying to take off something off his breaking ball.
I mean, to give some people at home.
There's a fastball, misses low, as the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Still at second base is Tyler Henry. We have our good friends over there broadcasting for the Great Bend Bad Cats.
Get to know these guys well.
Do we have the ball hit hard into right field? That's going to be in for a base hit. And Thomas Capion coming in home. Here comes the throw. Not going to be in time. As scoring from second base will be Tyler Henry. What a great throw there by Thomas Capion. It was on down the line, third base line just a little bit, and Max Dozier had to end up coming up to make that catch. That is the third hit of the ball game for the Great Bend Badcats, but that is the 4th run scored. And that is a base hit by Best, his second, and that is his first RBI.
You know, and Best, he was killed us, I remember, in that series when we played earlier. And right there, just perfect hitting right there. Just outside pitch, just went with it right in the hole between first and second.
That will bring up the first baseman, number 34, Micah Grover. First pitch misses outside as the count now goes to 1 ball, no strikes.
And I was going to say, and you could tell he intended to do that. You know, he intended to punch it over there to the right side. It wasn't like just a late swing or anything like that.
Pitched by Corrigan into the ground as the count now goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Micah Grover got hit by a pitch as he loaded up the bases in that first inning.
Yeah, Grover from Cheney, Kansas. I actually got to see him play in high school, and he's at Barton County now.
And that one also misses for ball 3, so the count will now go 3 balls. And did he call a strike on that one? Looks like he went like this. Nope. Okay, nope. That was ball 3. And we'd like to say hi to Jeffrey Abolt, who says hi to us. We welcome you to the broadcast. Jeffrey, you got your name announced on YouTube. How about that? And that is ball 4 now to Micah Grover, and he will be on with a base on balls. So there'll be runners on at first and second now with 2 down, and that will bring up the shortstop, number 7, Zane Spin.
Spin from Holland, Texas, another Temple College player.
Stop. Number 7.
Spin comes in batting .327 for the Batcats as he's appeared in 29 ball games. He has now have a total of 36 hits as he got a hit in the first inning and was forced out at second base. And here's the pitch by Corrigan. That one is fouled off there by Spin as the count now goes to no balls and 1 strike. We do have runners on at first and second. Best on at second base. Grover on at first. Best reached on a base hit as he scored an RBI, scoring Henry from second base. And now Grover reaches on a base on balls. 2 down here in the bottom half of the second. 4-2 is the score in favor of the Batcats. That one hit to the first base side. That's going to be foul as the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes.
Now, Corrigan needs to be better on his 0-2 pitch because that's earlier. That's one of the base hits, I think, from Grover or from Best the first inning. It was on 0-2.
And look who says hi here to us, Carv. Assistant General Manager
Hey,
Jake Gibbs is at home watching
with his dogs.
Watching with his dog and says hello. That one, the fastball misses
There you go.
high and
It's
outside
0-2.
as the count will now go to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Frank, I kind of wonder what Coach Clark's going to do. Right now you got 3 guys in the bullpen. They're all just sitting there watching. but because we have no idea at Corrigan, that's one thing it would say, hey, how many pitches can you go? And I'm sure he's up there now.
That one hits on the handles of Spin, and he fouls that one off as the count now stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. How would you like to have a crowd like this at Newton?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. We get the little league, the youth leagues involved, and like I said, Roger Ward's been here for a long time, and this is what he's worked hard to do at Great Bend. That's why he loves it here. He's just built it up, and that's what we need, Frank.
Fastball misses high, and that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And I'm always saying, why not? Why can't we get that? The sport. We just got to keep, going after it. And, as our team gets better, too, I think things will get better, too. I mean, that's just how it goes.
That's the way it works. So the count is 2-2. Here's the pitch. That one, it's the outside corner, but the umpire doesn't see it that way, as the count will go full now at 3-2. Boy, that would look like a good pitch there by Aiden Corrigan. Apparently was just a little bit outside, so the count will go full, and my apologies to that umpires. I called that. That ball hit to the first baseman. First baseman Wingett will go unassisted for out number 3. So the bottom half of the second inning for the Great Bend Batcats, they score 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 2 innings of play, it is the Batcats 4 and the Newton Rebels 2, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, and I'm joined along by Mark Cavalla, our general manager, here for the Newton Rebels. As we go to the top half of the third inning, we'll take you back out to the field. Due up for the Newton Rebels, second baseman number 35, Tysick Nolan.
And Frank, I know we were wondering, Corrigan has 45 pitches so far.
Okay,
So-
45 pitches so far for Corrigan.
In his first outing.
And here's the pitch here by Thomas. That hits the outside corner as the count now goes to no balls, one strike. Here in the top half of the third inning, 4-2 is the score in favor of the Great Bend Batcats. Nolan will be followed by Wingett and Riley in the hole. That one fouled off as the count now goes to no balls and two strikes.
It's got to be pretty exciting for Nolan. You know, here a pitcher, that's what he's been doing for us pitching, get the opportunity to hit because all pitchers want to hit.
And here's the pitch by Thomas. That one misses high, fastball, as the count will now go to one ball and two strikes.
If we ask Mr. Kim over there, he probably wants to hit. Mr. Kim, you want to hit? Would you hit? Yeah, he wants all pitchers.
That one breaking ball misses outside as the count will now even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You ever notice that, Frank, though? That's just how it is. You know, hey, let me hit. I'm a pitcher. I could hit, though. And a lot of them were in high school or whatever. Then they get into college and they make them a PO.
A swing and a miss there by Nolan. Riley, Tysick Nolan, as it is out number 1. I knew I was going to do that tonight, but just not used to that many Nolans in the lineup. So we have one down now, and that will bring up the first baseman number 14, Trey Wingett. Wingett flew out to right field his first time out. That ball hit to the third baseman. Third baseman kind of got him on the handles there. Third baseman Best comes up and goes to first base Grover for out number 2. So a 5-3 put out in the books for the second out if you're scoring at home. And that will bring up the third baseman number 23, Nolan Riley.
You know, in yesterday's game at Eck, you know, Winger got hit in the leg, and he was kind of limping around a little. And I think that's probably the reason he does it. Like you were asking about why he's playing first base. And I think that's it, because you can tell right there he couldn't run hard. And, you know, he's one of the fastest guys on the team. So, but he could play first. Just can't roam that outfield like he usually does.
So Nolan Riley is up at the plate. He out on a fielder's choice his first time up. What was that pitch? Do you know?
It was inside ball.
Okay, inside ball. So the count will go down to 1 ball, no strikes.
Basically throwing sliders to Riley. I mean,
That one's in there for called strikes, so the count will even up now at 1-1.
that's one thing Riley could do. He can hit a slider. He'll take it to the right side there.
Ball hit to the right-hand side.
Just
That's
like
going to
that.
be in for a base hit there for Nolan Riley as he records his first hit of the ball game, and that is the third hit of the ball game for the Newton Rebels. That will put a runner on at first base with 2 down, and that will bring up the right fielder number 8, Thomas Capion.
You know, it's funny, right? Because I was talking to Riley right before the game. We're out in the batting cage talking about the guys that hit with high average, and I'm sure you understand with like Tony Gwynn, all the great hitters that hit high average, they use the field. They use the whole field. And that's why he's hitting over 400 right now, and he uses that field. He stays consistent with it. So it's good to see that. You know, like I said, the pitcher pitches him away, he'll take it that way. And and that's Capion, we talk about it too. He's been a student of the game.
Swing and a miss there by Capion as the count will now go to 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on at first base with 2 down as Riley just reached on a base hit. That is the third hit of the ball game. Matter of fact, they matched the Great Bend Batcats with 3 hits. They just have not scored that many runs. 4-2 is the score. And here's the pitch. That one, a breaking ball, misses outside as the count will now go to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Again, Capion, it's a guy that's had a lot of success hitting, as he's proven in college. Say usually when you get over 100 at-bats, it kind of shows what you are. Would you agree with that, Frank? If you get 100 at-bats, you should know. I mean, that's the kind of hitter you probably are.
Yep, I would think
Say
so.
that. I know. Your friend Ray Beatty used to say that a lot. We used to talk about that.
So the count is 2-2. That one, a breaking ball misses low for ball 3. So the count will go full now at 3-2. So Thomas Capion has to protect that plate, and moving on this pitch will be Nolan Riley, as there is 2 down. And Thomas,
It's like they're discussing something there. I don't know.
that was his 46th pitch of the ball game, as he's thrown 31 strikes and 15 balls.
The ball's getting a lot of pitches there.
That one hit hard there by Capion to center field. Center fielder is going to be able to make the catch. That's Alex Rogers for the fly out to center field for the 3rd out. So the top half of the 3rd inning for the Newton Rebels, they scored no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 2.5 innings play, it is the Great Bend Batcats 4 and the Newton Rebels 2, and we'll be right back.
They played hard and had fun, which led to
And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. 4-2 is the score in favor of the Batcats. And due up for the Batcats will be the designated hitter number 26, Brady Mitchell.
Corrigan, as I say, Corrigan was 3rd inning of work.
3rd inning of work here for the Newton Rebels for Aiden Corrigan. First pitch was missed by ball 1. That one high, as the count now goes to 2 balls and no strikes. So we have defensively Wingett at first base, Nolan at second, Brotman at short, Riley at third, Huckett in left, Hickman in center, and Capion in right field. That one just misses low, as the count will now go to 3 balls, no strikes. Catching is Dozier, and once again pitching is number 20, Aiden Corrigan.
Yes, a couple of those pitches pretty close there.
That one there I thought was. That one in there for call strike, as the count will now go to 3 balls, 1 strike to Brady Mitchell. Mitchell reached on a fielder's choice his first time up.
It's interesting. You look at the adjustments that the hitters are making. They're moving more up towards the box.
That one misses high for ball 4. So Mitchell will be on at first base now as he reaches on a base on balls, and that will bring up the catcher number 19, Jet Forrest.
Yeah, Forrest from Lorena, Texas, 6'2", 215. Right-handed hitter from Northeast Texas Community College. It's produced some pretty good players at college.
That breaking ball just misses for ball 1. Well, that one looked like it was right across the letters.
Yeah, it's not missing by much. I mean,
no, he's not. So the count is 1 ball, no strike now to Jet Forrest. here in the bottom half of the third inning. The ball hit right up the middle. Andrew Brotman will step on second base, go to first for that double play. A great play there by Andrew Brotman. That double play is sponsored by the team of Pate and Paul, attorneys at law.
Yeah, Brotman, he just took control of that right there, and he does a great job. And he didn't rush it, and he just got it, and just a nice little, tag around second base, and he got his feet set, nice little strike right to first base.
Well, I thought he did the right thing by taking it himself instead of trying to flip it over to Tyzik Nolan.
He took control. That was good to see. It's a good decision.
That will bring up the second baseman, number 3, Brett Freiberg. That one fouled also. That one's fouled off as the count now goes to no balls, 1 strike. Freiberg is 0 for 1 here tonight. He is batting .122 as he's 6 for 49 for the season. And he does have 6 RBIs. That ball misses outside, and that will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Once again, we welcome you to the broadcast. If you'd like to say something on live chat, we'll make sure that we announce your name. That ball hit down the first base line. Nice job there by Trey Wingett. And that will be 3 unassisted for the third out. And the bottom half of the third inning for the Great Bend Batcats, they score no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 3 innings of play, it is the Great Bend Batcats 4 and the Newton Rebels 2. And we'll be right back.
Coached by Jeremy Foster.
And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the top half of the fourth inning. Due out for the Newton Rebels will be the shortstop, number 1, Andrew Brotman.
Hey, Frank's turned out to be a pretty good game, and with Corrigan on the mound, he's around 55, 56 pitches, but he's keeping the team in there. I mean, a 2-run ball game.
So now batting is Brotman. He'll be followed by Dozier and Hockett in the hole. 4-2 is the score. The first pitch there by Thomas is in there for call strike 1 as the count now goes to no balls and 1 strike.
Brotman, he always has a good crowd, his family, his grandpa, grandparents, somebody that live up here in Great Bend.
I knew that they were coming up here to Great Bend tonight. I did want to meet him. I'm hoping that I get a chance to meet him here this evening.
They're being right there for us, just like, Bob Brotman's been there, I think, every game, and it's really neat to have those people there following us.
And the count will now go to, that one is fouled off there by Brotman. I believe the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And we have another comment here by Will Nolan, who says, you guys do a great job. Very much appreciated being able to watch these games online. Well, Mr. Nolan, we appreciate you watching, and we appreciate the comments. So, Will Nolan, now famous because he's on YouTube.
There he is.
Ball is fouled off there by Brotman, as the count will stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Once again, don't be afraid to comment on our live chat. We'll make sure that we announce your name.
Brobman right there, just a little late on this outside pitch.
And the one thing that I love about this YouTube is this will be on forever.
Yeah.
You can watch this in a month. You can watch it in a year. Sometimes I go back when I've got nothing else to do. That ball hits the right-hand side.
Nice.
Diving effort there by the second baseman, Freiberg, not able to get to it. And Andrew Brotman is in with his first hit of the ball game.
Freiberg there showed some great range. At first I thought that's a base hit, and he made it a lot closer.
And that is the first hit of the ball game for Brotman. That is the fourth hit of the ball game for the Newton Rebels. So we have a runner on at first base with no outs, and that will bring up the catcher, number 25, Max Dozier.
Yeah, Max, after 2 outs, that second inning, he's the one that got it off with a base hit.
Their ball hits to the right-hand side. That's going to the second baseman is going to go to short and over to first, but not going to be in time. So it is a nice play there once again by the second baseman, Freiberg, as he goes to the shortstop spin. Spin mows to first base to Grover, but not in time. So it is a 4-6 put out, and Dozier will reach on a fielder's choice. We have one down now, and that will bring up the left fielder, number 10, Ricky Hockett. Woo!
Lights.
Yeah. That woke me up. Ball is fouled off there by Hockett, or
No,
apparently
yes,
not,
no.
as the ball got by the catcher, and moving over to second base will be Max Dozier. That was a ball, apparently,
Yeah, there's a
because
ball.
Ricky Hockett did try to hold up his swing on that one.
It's tough to see from back here where we are. We're directly behind here, but 40 yards, 30, so we can't see. It's close right there. But
So Ricky Hockett, who is 1 for 1 here tonight, as he doubled his first time up in the second inning and scored an RBI. As Dozier scored from second base, that ball hit to the center field. That's going to be in for a base hit. So Ricky Hockett will now mow to second base.
wow.
Oh, what a great effort there by Ricky Hockett.
I was going, Ricky, what are you doing?
Great hustle there by Ricky Hockett as he saw the ball come into home, and the catcher was bobbled the ball just a little bit. And Hockett just stopped about a quarter of the way and decided to take off. There will be runners on now at second and third with one down.
Isn't that what you thought right there? What are you doing, Ricky? But anyway, he must have saw it better than we did, and I think the catcher kind of bobbled it a little. So
Yep, he did. And so that will bring up the designated hitter, number 16, Anthony Zellner.
it's kind of the same situation the last time these guys were up.
So Dozier now moves to third base. Hockett goes to second, as we have one down here in the top half of the fourth inning. Check swing there fouled off apparently by Zellner, as the count now goes to no balls and one strike.
Yeah, right now, I always used to say that first swing and the first one, if it's 0-0, you can't be fooled. It's something pitch that when you swing, take a good true cut, big cut, whatever, but just you can't be fooled. And he was definitely fooled on that pitch.
And Ethan Thomas ready for the 0-1 pitch. Ball hit to the fouled off, that is. So the count will now go to no balls and two strikes.
He's kind of real hesitant on his swings.
Yes,
right
it
there.
was
That's
very
what I mean.
hesitant there.
Now he's got with 2 strikes, you got to defend and protect that plate.
That's the number one goal. This should be if whenever you have 2 strikes, anything
And
close.
again, look where they're playing.
And here's the pitch by Thomas. That fastball misses high, as that count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I mean, it's 1 out. Infield's playing back. Even if he rolls over or something like that, he can score a run.
Dozier is on at third base and Hockett on at second. With 1 down, here's the pitch. Breaking ball fastball, I should say. Tails away from Zellner, but he misses outside, and that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Once again, if you're watching, we have about 25 viewers. Say something to us on live chat, and we'll make sure we announce your name. Breaking ball down into the ground, as the count will go full now at 3-2.
Yeah, I think it's essential. Try to get this run in. Just make it a 1-run ball game. Like I said, Frankie, Yeah, if he gets a base hit, we'll score maybe like he did last time. But they're playing back. They're giving you that run.
So Hockett, Grixam Zellner now
Put the ball in play.
with a 2-2 count, and here it's full count. A swing and a miss there by Zellner as he goes down swinging for out number 2. And that is the third strikeout recorded by Ethan Thomas here in the ball game. We do have 2 down now, and that will bring up the center fielder number 0, Eli Hickman. Well, the Rebels have left 1 runner on base all first 3 innings. That one misses low for ball 1. As the count is 1 ball, no strikes now to Eli Hickman. Hickman playing center field here this evening for the Newton Rebels.
Yeah, like I say, Hickman's probably the fastest guy on the team.
Ball misses low for ball 2.
I always like to see a race between him and a healthy Wingate and Barnes. Just like a little race. It would have been kind of fun to see, but probably not going to see it.
Dozier on at third base.
know.
Hockett on at second. 2 down now. Here in the top half of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch by Thomas. That one is fouled off there by Hickman as the count will now go to 2 balls and 1 strike. Defensively for the Batcats, Grover on at first base. Freiberg at second. Spin at short. Best at third. Gates in left. Rogers in center. And Henry in right field. Catching is Forrest and pitching is Ethan Thomas.
And Thomas is up to 60, 63 pitches, Frank. I mean, that's quite a bit. I think the Rebels have done a good job.
63 pitches. He's got 42 strikes and 21 balls.
Yeah, so, I mean, they're making them work.
So the count 2 balls, 1 strike now to Eli Hickman. And Ethan Thomas ready to go to work. Here it is. That one fastball misses outside and high for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike with the runner with base nobody on at first base. That might be a good spot there for Eli Hickman.
Yeah, that's one thing I think Hickman needs to do. Take the ball to the left side a little more.
That one misses high, and there comes the runner from third base, and a run will score, and that will make it 4-3 now. Moving over to third base is Hockett, and over to first base will be Eli Hickman as he reaches on a base on balls. That base on balls was way inside there by Ethan Thomas. That is the 65th pitch by Thomas.
Yeah, they're, like I said, making him work. He's getting behind in the count a lot right now. And Roger Ward going out there. He's the head coach, general manager. He goes out there and he's going to talk to him and see he's talking to his catcher right now, asking what he's got and seeing if he's all right, whatever. They don't have anybody warming up in the bullpen. And I'm not sure how much, talking to him before the game, how much depth they got in the bullpen.
Yeah, I was listening to some of the comments that the commentators were speaking of for the Great Bend Batcats, and they said they were down players also.
Yeah.
And well, like I say, we have 5 guys that are actually relief. For relief, we had 4 coaches. We almost have more coaches in the dugout than we do have.
That's right. But the whole thing is you stay close here, and then you get Gill again for a couple. You got Spencer Maley in there. I mean, you got some guys and you made to try to go win this game.
That one misses outside for ball 1.
But the key again, just stay close right now.
And Isaac Nolan up at the plate now as he has struck out twice now here in the ball game. Looking for his first hit. There goes pitch throw to the front, and they're just going to throw this into home, and they're going to get him out. Yeah, they tried to double steal there, and it is a 2-4-2 play for out number 3. But that was a good effort. I mean, you have to take a chance. So here in the top half of the 4th inning for the Newton Rebels, they score 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left on base. At the end of 3.5 innings of play. It is now the Great Bend Batcats 4 and the Newton Rebels 3, and we'll be right back.
Off for the Batcats. Number 25.
And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. The score 4-3 now in favor of the Batcats. Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, and Mark Cavallo, our general manager for the Newton Rebels, as we get you back out to the field and do up for the Batcats right fielder number 25, Tyler Henry. And Aiden Corrigan starting his 4th inning of work as that first pitch is high for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes now to Tyler Henry. Henry got hit by a pitch his first time up, and he did score a run. That one misses.
Almost got hit again.
Yep, almost got hit as that one was inside and low for ball 2.
Yeah, Henry's from Garner, Kansas, 5'9", 185. Right-handed hitters from Pittsburgh State.
And we welcome Mary Jacobs, who says, "Let's go Rebels." Mary, thank you very much for the comment. And guess what? You are now famous. You are on YouTube forever.
I think Mary was famous before, wasn't she?
Well, she
Yeah,
was,
I think
probably,
so, yeah.
probably so. Here's the pitch. Misses outside as the count will now go to 3 balls and no strikes.
It's kind of interesting. Nobody throwing right now or tossing anything in the bullpen. Coach Clark must have a good feeling that Corrigan can go.
We have had a chance to see a lot of the Jacobs out here at the ball games.
Oh, yeah, great people.
That one is
Look at this.
going to go to first
No.
base.
Play
Blow
it.
to first base.
I didn't.
I didn't see anybody call a foul ball.
Okay.
Well, I
Let's
don't
see.
know.
It's like
That
he
was
just- it's like he just spun off of it, and the ball just had spin to it and went right down the line.
Yeah, and I don't think it hit him, so that should be still a fair ball.
I'm sure these people up here would disagree with us, Frank.
Well, that one hit hard there by Tyler Henry,
Foul.
and that's going to be
Yeah.
foul. Wow.
Wow.
That was right down the line there for a long time, and then it did finally go foul.
Well,
So
and it's
count-
talking about that wind that's flying out there. You know, you can't really see it on the camera, but it's
No,
flying.
it is going from right field to
Yep.
left field. Crosswind, basically. And here's the pitch. That one hit hard down the line, and Nolan Riley moves to his right, but not able to get to it as is in foul territory. Once again, 4-3 here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Tyler Henry up as we have no outs here in the bottom half of the 4th.
If you're a third baseman with a guy that doesn't throw real hard, be ready.
Swing and a miss there by Henry, and he goes down swinging for out number 1. What a great pitch there by Aiden Corrigan as he got Henry to strike out. And
Number
that,
17, Kyle.
that
You know,
is-
it's just crazy, Frank. I mean, baseball, I mean, here we, Corrigan, he batted 2-hole yesterday, had a great game at X Stadium, a lot of RBIs and this and that, and now today he's on the mound. We have not seen this guy on the mound.
no, we have not
And-
seen him throw the ball at all.
He's had a great effort here.
That is the second strikeout recorded by Aiden Corrigan. And that one is fouled off there by Kyle Gates as the count now goes to no balls, 1 strike. And by the way, I forgot to announce once again, that scoring play at home plate. Play at the Plate is sponsored by the Colonel Tim Marler family in honor of the Kansas National Guard. Your home team, always ready, always there. I think I'm going to give that job to you. And that way, if I you forget, then I can blame you.
Yeah, all right. I'm a GM. I get blamed for everything, it seems like.
That's why. That's exactly why I said
so
that.
just load it on. I can handle it, like you always say.
Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses outside as the count now goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Talk about our game tomorrow. We got that game tomorrow.
What do we have a game tomorrow?
I think and it's 5 o'clock. At home.
At home?
Yep.
Okay.
It's
well, I'm
against
glad
the
you told
Seeds.
me because I forgot.
It's been crazy, hasn't it, Frank? The schedule now with everything, playing this and the Seeds changing the times.
Now that is against the Siege tomorrow
Right.
at 5 o'clock.
We still have 2 more games, I believe. I mean, I don't know if we're going to make up one of them. I'm talking to Coach Clark about it.
And here's the pitch. That ball is fouled off there by Gates.
Man,
as the count will stay at 2-2.
They're not getting good swings on them. I mean, they're
No.
just off way out front. And if you notice, the hitters are moved up in the box.
Which is what you're supposed to do whenever you have somebody throwing not 90 miles an hour. But Corrigan's doing his job. He's getting the ball across the plate or near the plate. Here's the pitch. Fastball, that one ripped down the line. And not the head coach, but the coach on the first base side has to duck out of the way as the count will stay at 2-2.
And right there, he located his fastball, which was in sway inside. It wasn't a strike. And then when he turned on it, it was a foul ball, which is fine. Now he can sit there and throw his off speed.
And Mary Jacobs says, we will see you all again tomorrow night. We are planning on making another trip to Newton, Kansas. Well, Mary, don't forget to stop and say hi to us. I tell you what, we're up in the press box. We don't get a chance to communicate with people, but you know what? We would love for you to come up to the press box, say hi, introduce yourselves, or if you see us out on the concourse level, say hi to us.
That's one thing I think.
We don't bite, do we?
No, I think Mr. Jim, our director of hospitality, he enjoys that.
That one hard hit ball down the first base line as the count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And that was another fastball inside. I know Mr. Jim Williams. We call him Mr. Jim. He loves that. Just sitting around talking to all the people, talking to the fans, and does a great job doing that. But yeah, like I said, Frank, usually you're up there in the press. That's one of the bad things. The bad things about being up in the press box.
A swing and a miss there by Kyle Gates, and he goes down swinging for out number 2, and that is the 3rd strikeout recorded by Aiden Corrigan, the 2nd strikeout of this inning. As we have 2 down now here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 4-3 is the score, and that will bring up the center fielder number 4, Alex Rogers.
One thing that the Rebels have been very successful with is having position players pitching this year. I mean, the last time when we were up here, we had 2 position players pitch really good.
That one lifted to the right-hand side. Second baseman backing up, but the Thomas Capion will call him off and makes the catch out in short right field for out number 3. So we have 3 down now here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. So they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base at the end of 4 innings of play. Great Bend Bobcats 4 and the Newton Rebels 3. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the top half of the 5th inning. Due up for the Newton Rebels will be the second baseman, number 35, Tyzik Nolan. We will see Tyzik Nolan. I still see him on the on-deck circle. He has struck out 2 times now here in the ball game. Once in the 3rd, once in the once in the 1st, and once in the 3rd. And Ethan Thomas now ready to go to work here in the top half of the 5th inning.
I was going to say the Rebels bullpen, there's a couple more players out there visiting, talking. I thought I saw somebody playing a little rainbow catch, but Looks like nobody's playing right now, so we have no idea who his plan is to bring. Who's going to bring in next?
And you know, I was going to tell you something. You know why I love to see the Jacobs at the ballpark?
Was it?
Because they always bring us a drink afterwards.
They do, and we appreciate
whether
that.
it's water or our favorite beverage.
That's right.
And you know, that's very kind of them because
they are. Yeah,
our throats by then are pretty
Yeah.
worn out. That one is in there for call strike one. Is Tysick Nolan ready to go to work? And that one misses low and outside. And now the count is 1 ball, 1 strike to Tysick Nolan.
That's why I felt sorry for Andrew yesterday because he had that game. We had our game, then he had the next game, with Hutch and Cheney.
That one misses inside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike now to Tysick Nolan.
You've been there before, haven't you?
I was
Yeah,
wondering how you guys were on the air because the radio is supposed to broadcast those games.
I don't know. Maybe we weren't. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you were.
Or that was just
to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't
Count
see it
is 3 balls, 1 strike.
because
Yeah.
I know what Jay Gibbs and I were talking about. We didn't see it on YouTube, so I don't know what happened. But
Well, I know what happened because after the ball game, in between innings, there's a hard hit ball there by Tysick Nolan. It knocks the glove off of the
Good
pitcher, Ethan Thomas, and Tysick Nolan will be on with his first hit of the season, I believe.
yeah, I think Thomas is all right. Hit his
Yep.
glove and bounced off. I know Roger Ward's going to go out and check on him. That was a line shot. That was
Line shot that almost got into center field, but like I say, Ethan Thomas just happened to get the glove on it, knocked it down, but he was kind of stunned there for a second. And Tysick Nolan will be on at first base with no outs, and that will bring up the first baseman, number 14, Trey Wingett. And we're glad to see that Ethan Thomas is okay.
Yeah, it's like he's fine. I mean, I know he's getting that pitch count up there, but it's around 62 pitches, I believe. Now, Wingett, he's a guy, I noticed one thing. Clark usually doesn't bunt him because, he's looking for a guy to hit that gap.
That one misses outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes now to Trey Wingett, who's the second batter here this evening in the top half of the 5th inning, that is.
And he's the type of guy that can change the game, and we saw it against the Sluggers.
Ball hit to the left-hand side. That's going to be out of play as that will even up the count now at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, he needs to keep that right shoulder. He spins off a little. Keep that right shoulder right at the pitcher.
So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Trey Wingett. And here is Thomas's pitch. That one misses outside as the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Once again, Tysick Nolan on at first base as Reed had his first hit of the season that we know of. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss there by Wingett. And the count will now even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good swing, just a little high on the pitch, but I mean, it was a good swing, just timing was off right there. That's all timing.
And Shannon Nolan says, that a kid must be related to Tysick somehow. That one misses low and inside, and that one gets away from the.
Hit him?
Must have hit him, yeah. Must have hit him, so he'll be going to first base. And Tysick Nolan moves to second. Tysick Nolan was on the run there.
It gets interesting right here. It's you probably won't bunt him. It's your best hitter, your leading hitter, one of the top hitters in the league.
So we have runners on at first and second with no out here in the top half of the 5th inning. Forgot to move it to the top half of the 5th inning. What is your job anyway?
I don't know. You took me off that job. I used to do that.
Yeah, well, that's only because you used to put your arm across my body.
God,
and I got I thought you were getting a little frisky with me. So
No.
No, actually, the computer's always in front of me, so that's why we do it here. That one misses for outside for ball 1. And Ethan Thomas now getting ready to go to work. Here's the pitch. That one outside. No, he says he hits the outside corner, but Nolan Riley, he agrees with me. He didn't think that was a strike, but it is called a strike, as that takes the count now to 1 ball, 1 strike.
Like I said, he's one of those guys. I mean, he knows the strike zone.
Oh, yeah, he knows the strike zone, that's for sure.
He makes pitchers work.
So runners on at first and second with no out here in the top half of the 5th. That ball is fouled off there by Riley. And that's into the, an error on the Rebels relief pitcher there. I think that's number 41. Let me check. That might be wrong.
I think, yeah, isn't that
40? Yeah, it is 41.
Judith Graham?
Judith Graham. I thought it was. I could tell just by looking. Couldn't see a number, but just by looking at him.
And we'll see
So
if,
it looked
we'll
like.
see if Riley goes to the right side again.
That one is fouled off there by Riley as the count stays at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
But he's had some great at-bats where, I mean, he's, like I said, like 12, 13 pitch at-bats. And if I'm a pitcher, against a guy like that, he's pesky.
So Tysick Nolan is on at second base as he reached on a base hit, got moved to second base was going to be a stolen base, but Wingett got hit by a pitch. That ball hits the right-hand side. Second baseman will. He bobbles the ball. No, everybody's going to be safe. There's going to be an error on the second baseman. That was Freiberg as he scooped that ball up and was going to toss it to the shortstop, and the ball just came out of his hands. So everybody will be safe now, and reaching on an error by the second baseman will be Nolan Riley.
Yeah, it's a good thing Riley's running down the back because he could have got thrown out there too, I mean, that's, he's a good defensive second baseman we've seen.
So Tysick Nolan will be on at third base now, Wingett at second, and Riley on at first. That will bring up the right fielder, number 8, Thomas Capion. No outs. Fastball or breaking ball, they in there for call strike 1. So Thomas Capion, his job, he has flown out to center field twice now. That's all he's going to need to do here, as long as it's deep.
Yeah, you don't want
to tie up the ball game.
Don't put it on the ground.
That one misses inside, almost hits Capion, as the count will even up now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
I'm amazed that didn't hit him. I mean, how it was, he kind of turned, but very flexible man, I guess, right there.
So 1-1 now, the count to Capion. And here is Thomas's pitch. That breaking ball into the ground. Misses low for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike now to Thomas Capion.
Yeah, and he's right around, 80, almost 85 pitches or so? Yeah, that's not about the pitches.
Yeah, he's up to 84 pitches.
They have somebody in the bullpen.
So here's the pitch by Thomas. That one in there for call strike, and that will even up the count now at 2-2.
Yeah, Tom's got to use his experience right here.
So Capion needs to just make sure he protects that plate, as we have no outs, bases loaded here in the top half of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch by Thomas. Breaking ball, that goes foul, as Coach Clark gets it with his left hand and tosses it to Ethan Thomas on the pitcher's mound.
Coach Clark can still pitch, don't you think? I mean, we might maybe have to see him.
I haven't seen him in quite a while.
Yeah, but I think
as the count will now stay even at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Throws BP. He's hoping to get a major league job as a left-handed BP thrower.
Swing and a miss there by Capion as he goes down swinging for out number 1. And that is the 4th strikeout recorded by Ethan Thomas. And that was a big strikeout there, as we have 1 down now. And that will bring up the shortstop number 1, Andrew Brotman. Brotman reached on a base hit his last time up.
And Coach Clark kind of jumbles the lineup. He usually has Brotman in the leadoff. Now he has him down in the 6th hole?
That's right.
So I mean, it's probably good. Hopefully that's a good move right here. We'll see what he does.
Well, he's been hitting in that spot for the last 2-3 ball games. There's a swing and a miss there by Brotman, as the count now goes to no balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, you got to swing at a strike right there.
Nolan on at third base, Wingett on at second, Riley on at first, as we have 1 down here in the top half of the 5th inning. Rebels are down 4-3, and they do have ducks on the pond, as they say.
I think hitters get over anxious. Get a good pitch.
Breaking ball down into the ground, as the count will now even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Nice job there by the catcher, Forrest, as he scooted to his right, went down to his knees, and kept the ball in front of him. Nobody was able to advance. The count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Now to Andrew Brotman.
Thomas around 90 pitches. The pressure's on him, the pitcher. Brotman just needs to sit back, ready to attack the zone and drive it.
So Ethan Thomas now ready to go. There's
Just
a
like
hard hit
that.
ball there by Brotman, and he's going to tagging up at third base will be Tysick Nolan. And a nice job there
good
by
one.
the left fielder, and that is Kyle Gates, who dove for that, made the catch for out number 2. But
No, Brahman did his
that
job
is
right
a
there.
sacrifice there by Brotman as he gets an RBI. Scoring from third base was Tysick Nolan, and the score now tied up at 4 apiece.
You know, 2 good plays right there. I mean, Brotman did his job getting that ball out there, but you look at Nolan, he went right back to the bag and wait for that catch. You know, a lot of guys just take off. And he went right back, and then as soon as I touched the glove, he took off.
There's no reason for him to go anywhere else
No.
except for the back. There goes the runners down to first, second, and third. Nobody covering second base as the catcher was ready to throw the ball down to second. So Wingett will be at third base. Riley will now move to second base. And not
Yeah, and
sure
I
what
think-
that pitch was.
Yeah, I know Coach Ward can't be happy right there. You know, your second baseman needs to cover that.
We do have 2 down. Once again, I didn't see what that pitch was, if it was a strike or not.
I believe it was.
That one misses outside.
See if they make changes and put Brady in the game and the fielding side of things too. We're seeing him already.
Yeah, that's, you know, right there. You had to realize sometimes you want to go the backside, you know, throw right there. And that's what the catcher chose to do, but nobody was on second.
Fouled off there by Max Dozier, who is the batter, as the count now goes to, not sure what the count is, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Max Dozier here in the top half of the 5th inning.
It is a tied game.
Tied up ball game. A wild pitch or ball in the ground will score a run. That ball lifted to the right-hand side, going to be fouled by Dozier. Dozier is 1 for 1 here tonight. It's showing as he's 2 for 2, but he reached on the fielder's choice.
Huh, they counted that, huh?
Yeah, for some reason I've noticed that that's twice that we've had a fielder's choice, and they counted it as a base hit. So the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Max Dozier, as 1 run has scored here. Breaking ball fouled off there by Dozier. Nice job. A good pitch there by Thomas as he threw that breaking ball. But Dozier kept his hands back and was able to get a piece of it and fouled it off.
He's at, 95 pitches now, Frank? Right around there. That's quite a bit.
It is 95 pitches now for the starter, Ethan Thomas.
But that's, like I said, guys should be able to throw that.
Breaking ball, swing and a miss there by Dozier as he goes down swinging for out number 3. So that is the 3rd out of the inning, and that is the 5th strikeout recorded by Ethan Thomas. But not before the Newton Rebels score 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on base. At the end of 4.5 innings of play, the score tied up at 4 apiece. And we'll be right back, except I got to say this, that Play at the Plate is sponsored by the Colonel Tim Marler family in honor of the Kansas National Guard. Your home team, always ready, always there. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. The score tied up at 4 apiece. Due up for the Batcats will be the 3rd baseman, number 10, Nolan correction, Noah Best.
I tell you, Frank, if Aiden Corrigan could go through 5 at least, that's pretty awesome. Then you just got the 4-inning game left. But right now, man, he's got to get through this 5th. Tie game. They do have some activity.
Due up once again, the third baseman, number 10, Noah Best.
Yeah, I was going to say, Frank, I'm sorry to bug you there, but they do have activity in the Rebels bullpen.
To him outside. 1 ball, no strikes. That's 2 hits already today. 1 RBI, 1 run scored.
And here's the pitch. Ball hit hard down the line. That's going to be foul ball. And that will even up the count now at 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know, he's doing a real good job with his fastball inside, you know, but they're not probably strikes. They're probably inside where you turn on, it's going to be a foul.
So far for the Newton Rebels, they've scored 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors. And for the Batcats, they have scored 4 runs on 3 hits and 1 error. Here's the pitch. That one hit right up the middle, and that is hit Corrigan. Corrigan goes to first base, but he is hurting as that one hit him right
With that line drive.
You see how he is right there? I mean,
in the leg area. Might have bounced up and got him.
Yeah, Coach Clark, he's an infielder. I know he's taking some tough hits. He's like, I got it.
Yeah, Corrigan, that was a hard hit ball there by Noah Best. That ball kind of scooped up on him a little bit and might have got him
knocked the wind out of him a little or something.
Where we don't want to get hit at.
I don't know. We don't know, but I mean, he reacted well. I mean, he's an infielder. You know, infielders take a beating on that. But he stayed square to the ball. I mean, he knocked it down.
They are going to give him a couple of throws.
Yeah, a lot of pitchers try to get out of the way. And he stayed right there. He's an infielder.
Number 34, Micah Grover.
So Noah Best records his 3rd hit of the ball game here for the Great Bend Batcats. Bring up the first baseman, number 34, Micah Grover. There will be a runner on at first base here with no outs here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Score tied up at 4 apiece as Aiden Corrigan will get a couple more throws, and I think he's almost ready to go here.
Thought he threw him out, but I guess no. Did you see that?
What's that?
Did he throw him out? I mean, I thought when he threw it over to first, I thought he had him, but
no, he didn't.
Okay,
Didn't have him.
Corrigan.
He was trying to catch his breath. That's why I think it came up and hit him in what we call the sweet spot.
Yeah,
and
but he's still
he kind of almost leaned over a little bit, and you could tell he was trying to catch his breath and couldn't. And by the time he got to the ball, he just barely tossed it over to first base. So Micah Grover, there goes the runner. Throw down to second base, not going to be in time. And got that stolen base off of Aiden Corrigan.
They got that pretty easy right there. Off-speed pitch. And like I said, Corrigan, he's probably not worked on this.
So 1 ball, no strikes now to Grover, and here's the pitch. That one hit to the third baseman, Nolan Riley. Looks runner back to second base, goes to first for out number 1. A great job there by Nolan Riley as he just stared down Noah Best at second base and had nowhere to go, so he threw to first base for the out, as we do have 1 down now, and that will bring up the shortstop, number 7, Zane Spinn.
And what Riley did, he made him stop. So, no more movement towards third base. And once he stopped, he threw it over to first base.
Pitch there by Corrigan, misses high for ball 1. As there is a runner on at second base, that's Noah Best as he reached on a base hit and a stolen base. Put him at second base. We do have 1 down here now in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And Aiden Corrigan. There goes the runner to the third base once again. And he's going to be in safely. Corrigan never even looked at him.
Yeah, you got to look at him a little. But Corrigan just focusing on the hitter right now.
That is the 90th pitch there by Corrigan. Swing and a miss there by Spin, as the count will now go to 2 balls and 1 strike. Good pitch there by Aiden Corrigan.
1 strike. Best now has 14 stolen bases, now alone.
Here in the bottom half, fifth inning, score tied up at 4 apiece.
Corrigan.
That one hit hard there to center field. That's going to be deep enough to score the runner from third base. And Zane Spin does his job as he gets a fly out to center field and a sacrifice with an RBI. And Noah Best scoring from third base. Why so important to look those runners back?
Well, and it's good execution right there on them. You know, they picked it up. They know he's he lifts a high leg lift right there, and they could steal. But Best, like I said, Best has hurt us this year. he's 3 for 3 today. He's a very good player.
Brings up the designated hitter number 26, Brady Mitchell.
So him and Rogers at the top, they do a great job for.
That one missing high and outside for ball 1 as the count goes to 1 ball, no strike now to Mitchell. Mitchell reached on a base on balls his last time and also had a fielder's choice in the first inning as he was left stranded at first base. That one misses outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes now to Brady Mitchell, who's DH in this evening for the Great Bend Batcats.
Coach Mitchell.
Coach Mitchell.
Yeah, Coach Mitchell, yeah. Here he is.
That one misses low and inside for ball 3. Mitchell looking to get on base for his 3rd time here in the ball game.
That'd be a pretty good debut for Coach. No, he played this last year at Emporia State.
A swing and a miss there by Mitchell as the count now goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. And I guess when you're the batting coach, you get the green light, don't you?
That's right. That's right.
If you're the one that gives the green light, you got to have the green light.
I don't know. I've seen this year probably more rules broken than.
There's a ball hit hard down the first base line. They're going to say that's a fair ball. So Mitchell will be in with extra bases. And that was right down the line. And he's in there with a double for his first hit of the ball game.
Now he took that inside fastball and just drilled it right down here. I said Nolan Riley didn't have a chance.
No, that was right down the line there. So Brady Mitchell will be on at second base. That'll bring up the catcher, number 19, Jet Forrest.
Number 19, Jet Forrest.
No, Frank, if you could see he was throwing in a bullpen, I can't tell what the.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brady Mitchell.
That breaking ball just misses outside for ball 1. And as you guys can see, Mitchell is spelled M-I-C-H-E-L, but it is pronounced Mitchell.
Do not say Michelle. That's
That's interesting.
yeah.
That ball hit up the middle. Andrew Brotman moves to his left, goes to first base, and he gets the out.
Wow.
For out number 3.
Made it interesting, but I mean, he stayed with it because the ball kind of came up on him. Did a good job.
So the bottom half of the 5th inning for the Great Bend Batcats, they score 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left on base. At the end of 5 innings of play, it is the Batcats 5 and the Newton Rebels 4. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer. joined along by Mark Cavalla, our general manager for the Newton Rebels. As we go to the top half of the sixth inning, due up for the Rebels will be left fielder number 10, Ricky Hockett. He'll be followed by the designated hitter number 16, Anthony Zellner, and then the center fielder number 0, Eli Hickman. And I believe we still have up on the mound is still number 30, Ethan Thomas. So we're going to take you out to the ball field.
Yeah, he's still out there.
For as we get ready for the top half of the sixth inning. The score is 5-4 in favor of Great Bend. And once again, due up for the Newton Rebels, left fielder number 10, Ricky Hockett.
Yeah, Ricky's, right now he's having his best game of the year offensively.
Well, Hockett right now is the running for player of the game as he is 2 for 2 here tonight and has 1 RBI.
Like I said, it's more like what we were used to last year. He was one of our outfielders. Played quite a bit in the outfield and also one of the top consistent pitchers.
So here's Thomas's first pitch that misses inside for ball 1 as we are in the top half of the sixth inning. 1 ball, no strikes now to Ricky Hockett.
Like to see Ricky get on base.
Swing and a miss there by Hockett as the count will now go to 1 ball and 1 strike. Don't forget, if you're on YouTube with us here and watching, post a little something on live chat. We'll announce your name. We'll make you famous.
There we are.
Just like you do Carve.
Yeah.
Carve, we made, you know you're famous
finally
now?
famous, yeah, after all these years.
All these years, you finally became famous.
Took a while.
No, actually, Carve was famous before this getting on YouTube.
I wouldn't know, but I wouldn't say that, Frank.
As the count is no balls, 2 strikes.
Famous with my family, maybe.
That one outside, and that will take the count now to 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Ricky Hockett here in the top half of the sixth inning. As the score is 5-4 in favor of Great Bend. Swing and a miss there by Hockett as he goes down swinging for out number 1. And that is the 6th strikeout recorded by Ethan Thomas.
Yeah, right there, Ricky. His hands were still going back as the pitch was coming. And when you do that, you don't have time to, you can see, you need to have your hands set, loaded, ready to go when that pitch is coming.
That will bring up the designated hitter number 16, Anthony Zellner. Swing and a miss there by Zellner as the count now goes to no balls and 1 strike.
Frank, thinking about this summer, think how early in the year we didn't hit the ball well, put it that way.
That one is fouled off there by Zellner as the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes. And looky here, you got a fan out there.
I do, hey.
I think this guy is posted before about either wanting an autograph or that.
Is that my one fan
something
right there?
about you, yeah. I think he's got a man crush on you.
No, I
No?
don't think so. I coached him, so he knows that.
Oh, he's one of your ex-players, Jake Gibson. Oh, is that the assistant general manager?
That's assistant.
Well,
GM.
he must want a raise then.
He wants a raise, I think.
That must be
and
what
he'll probably
it is.
get it now.
Yeah?
That's what I need. I need the fans.
That one is misses outside as the count now goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Even if I got to pay him, Frank, I have my fan club here. Which is one.
I remember the first time I got asked for an autograph, I was very humbled about it. I thought, why do you want my autograph
Yeah,
for? I'm
no,
just a PA announcer. I'm just the NBC announcer. That's all.
Remember the first time? Well, NBC. Yeah, you're talking about that's when playing in that when I was a kid.
And then not only that, but then when they asked for not only a autograph, they asked for a picture being taken with me. I thought that was kind of strange. The count goes full now at 3-2. But I guess with 27 years, that's what does for you.
Yeah.
Here's the full count pitch. That went in there for call strike 3, and Eli Hickman goes down looking, and I believe that's the second time he's gone down looking here in the ball game.
You got to be swinging.
So we have 2 down now, and that is the 7th strikeout recorded by Ethan Thomas.
That was Zellner right there. That was Zellner.
And that will bring up the second baseman, number 35, Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's.
That was Zellner
That was
going
Zellner,
down
yeah.
looking. My bad.
Oh, look, Eli tried to bunt.
Now batting is Eli Hickman. I skipped the
Yeah,
batter.
we had Eli's parents yelling at us probably, what? He didn't look at that, twice or something like that. He's doing all right, though. He's two walks.
Now, see, I knew there was something going on. Jacob Gibbs says you can put your autograph on the check.
There you go. I knew there was
So
something.
I knew there was a little hitch to it. Didn't know what it was.
I'm waiting for someone to sign me an autograph check. I'm the only guy that doesn't get anything right there, it seems like.
So the count is 1-1 now to Eli Hickman. And here's the pitch. That one misses outside and high for ball 2.
Except from the Jacobs, because they give us drinks, so that's part of it, I guess.
I got to know, first of all, to get a check, don't you have to do something?
Well, yeah, that's
Well,
true.
what's Jacob talking about?
I don't know. What's he doing there?
Yeah. Now, yeah, okay. He has called a couple games for the Newton Rebels on PA. But besides that, I mean, Heidi does the PA.
No, both of them, they all do a great job.
Yes, they do. I'm just giving Jake Gibbs a ribbon.
I don't want Jake. He's a big fan of yours. So
Oh, is he?
I don't want you to
Well,
lose
I
that
didn't know
fan
that.
there.
I didn't know that.
But I know you've got a lot of them. So
Well, looks like Hickman will be on at first base on a base on balls. And that will bring up second baseman number 35, Tyzik Nolan. As we have 2 down here now in the top half of the 6th inning. Well, Jacob, I take back everything I said. If I didn't know you were a fan of mine.
yeah. He has a picture of you. Over his, yeah.
I just hope it's not up on the ceiling.
No. No, he's got a big old picture. Everything's like a poster of you.
Because I don't have a picture like Farrah Fawcett. I don't have one
no.
where I remember
No,
those used to be up on the ceiling.
Oh yeah. Frank, did you have one of those back in college in the old days? Did you have a
Farrah Fawcett? No, I don't think I
that's
ever did. I didn't have a crush on her.
Okay.
I thought she was beautiful. I thought she was pretty, but not to. There's a hit batsman is Tyzik Nolan, so he will be on at first base. And that means Hickman will now move to second base. And that will bring up the first baseman, number 14, Trey
I'm
Wingett.
starting to worry about you, Frank. Farrah Fawcett was all right, huh?
Well, Trey, no, I thought she was very pretty.
Okay. Yeah, she's okay.
I liked her on what was the name of that show? Baywatch. That right?
No. It was,
No. Farrah Fawcett. I'm thinking about Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There was a foul ball there by Wingett, as the count now goes to no balls, 1
I
strike.
don't know, Frank. I was too young, so I don't.
You was too young.
That's
I
was too young. I don't know
But
about that.
I got to call BS on that one. And this young man over here don't even know who Farrah Fawcett is, I don't think.
Yeah.
How old are you, sir? 22.
22.
Do you know who Farrah Fawcett is?
Was?
No.
Was it? Yeah.
No? No, he doesn't even know who Farrah Fawcett is. Well, she used to be an actress, beautiful young lady. I'll have to show you a picture of her. I just happen to have one in my wallet.
Strike 3.
Or hey, Carl, give me the picture you have in your wallet.
there
will
you
you?
go.
There is call strike 3.
Oh,
And the top half of the 6th inning for the Newton Rebels, they score no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 5.5 innings of play, the score is 5-4 in favor of a Great Bend. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Jake, see what you started.
Yeah, Jake, see what you started there. We just went way off of baseball here. For some reason, we're thinking about Farrah Fawcett. I'm going to have to bring a picture up so Mr. Lee can see here. We'll be right back.
Hey, you got a new arm.
And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, joined along by Mark Cavala. And it looks like we're going to have a new pitcher now for the Newton Rebels. And that will be number 24, Colin Rabe. Colin Rabe now on the mound for the Rebels. So we'll give you the final numbers here for Aiden Corrigan as he went 5 innings, gave up 7 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 2 base on balls, struck out 3 as he faced 24 batters. Did you get that picture of Farrah Fawcett?
No, not yet. Not yet. I'll have to dig that out. I was going to say, what did you think of Corrigan's performance? I mean, for a guy that we haven't seen on the mound, goes out there and he's keeping us in the game. He kept us right in there. And these are pretty good hitters here.
All right, we welcome you back. Due up now here in the bottom half of the 6th inning for the Batcats. Second baseman number 3, Brett Freiberg.
Rabe right there throwing the outside fastball. The thing with Rabe, he just needs to, the control. Yeah, there you go. But he just Frank, the thing with Rabe, I just think he sometimes he overthrows. He's got a good arm. He's got some good stuff. Beautiful crowd out here. I mean, great crowd.
That one is fouled off there by Freiberg. And I have no idea what the count is.
Yeah, I think it's 1 and 2. Yeah, 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes now to Freiberg.
Yeah, Rabe, that's one thing. He definitely has a good arm. He just, and he's made some strides. He's made some strides this summer. He's one of those guys who just needed some innings.
Colin Rabe now on. In relief here for the Newton Rebels. 5-4 the score. And there's a breaking ball, misses low for ball 2. As the count now goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes to second baseman number 3, Brett Freiberg.
Rabe right here trying to keep that leadoff hitter off. I mean, that seems like the leadoff hitter has always been a nemesis to the Rebel pitchers this summer.
Well, 3 out of 5 times so far. That one hit hard there by Freiberg. That's going to be in for a base hit. Thomas Capion moves to the right side and gets to it quickly, but Freiberg will be on with his first hit of the ball game.
And I'd rather have that, Frank. I mean, right there, he threw it right there, and the hitter made a good, just a good swing. But I'd rather that than walks. Walks are hit batters.
That will bring up the right fielder, number 25, Tyler Henry. Throw over to first base and in safely is Freiberg.
Only your luck, Frank.
Yep.
Anyway,
there he is.
A little inside there joke. There he is. Mr. Kim, yep. There's the Rabe. We have the pitch.
Hard hit ball down the line. That is foul. As the count goes, no balls, 1 strike. Well, Mr. Kim, this is Farrah Fawcett. Yeah, wow, he says.
Yeah.
And this is the pitcher that made her famous. Well, that's not it. There you go. That's the pitcher that made her famous.
Frank had a poster of it.
Yeah, there's a big poster made of that. That one breaking outside. So now Mr. Kim, who's 22 years old, has no idea who Farrah Fawcett is.
But he learned something today.
But he did learn something today. Well, that's my job. My job is to make sure everybody learns something about somebody every day. So I did my job today.
So when he sees you down the road,
yeah.
Yep, he'll always remember that.
Yeah, he'll always remember that.
Stolen base.
Freiberg goes to second base on a stolen base. All right, let's get back to baseball here as we got 2 balls, 1 strike here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 5-4 is the score. And we appreciate all of you joining us on that memory back.
We had everybody up
Back
here talking
many
about
years
it up
ago.
here. That's
I'm not sure how old she is, but I imagine she's probably 70 years old by now. Oh, that's
no.
Ball hit down to the third baseman, Nolan Riley. Bobbles the ball. Here comes the throw into home. Oh, why did they cut it off? I thought they had a chance at home plate.
well, that's something the catchers might need to. If he doesn't say anything, you let it go. But
Yep.
I'm not sure. But
So Henry got on with an.
Left fielder.
Is that a base hit or an error? I didn't see what they would call that one.
Gay.
So now batting will be the left fielder, number 17, Kyle Gates.
base hit.
One down now.
Okay, yeah, they all agree it's a base hit.
It is a base hit for
So it's a pretty hard hit.
Henry. Okay.
Very tough play. It's not what you expect Riley to make it.
So that is the second hit of this inning. That is the 5th hit of the ball game. Correction, that is the 7th hit of the ball game. My bad. That fouled off there by Gates.
You know,
Another run scored, and that takes the score 6-4.
But I do like Rabe's tempo. You know, he's a lot more in control. He's not, like I said, the first pitch he threw, he was overthrowing it. But since then, it's like he's kind of settled in. Yeah, they've got a couple of hits.
That one misses high for ball 1, so the count will even up now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody on base here in the bottom half of the 6th inning as there is 1 down. 6-4 now the score. And Rabe's pitch that misses low for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike now to Kyle Gates, who is the 3rd batter here in the bottom half of the 6th inning for the Batcats.
Gates of Temple College.
Here's the 2-1 pitch by Colin Rabe. That one just misses low as the count will now go to 3 balls and 1 strike. That one hit to left field. Left fielder Ricky Hockett hustling down. Oh, and just
almost
goes
got it.
foul. A great effort there by
Yeah, I thought-
Ricky Hockett.
Thought he was going to get it.
Not able to get to it. And that count will now go full at 3-2.
Seems like as soon as he hit it, he kind of tripped. a
Yeah,
little.
long run there by Ricky Hockett as he ran down the line. Was almost got a glove on it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
was not able to get to it. And it falls in foul territory.
He did go a long
And I love
way.
the
He still got
hustle there
far.
by Kyle Gates. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
He was already rounding second base
Yep.
there.
Yeah, he wasn't spectating. He was running hard
Yeah.
out of the box.
That's the kind of player that you want on your ball team, somebody that will hustle and run things out
All the time.
all the time, doesn't matter what.
Yeah, yeah. There's guys that pick and choose when to hustle. You know, it's false hustle sometimes, you know. But, no, he hustles all the time.
Hard hit ball once again to the right-hand side, and that one is going to be a base hit. There's going to be in for extra bases as Kyle Gates will record his first hit of the game, going to third base, and not going to be in time as Andrew Brotman got the ball but just wasn't able to get it out of his glove.
Yeah, it's like he had to change his grip on it, whatever, and kind of double pumped. And if he didn't have that, I think he would have had him.
I agree with you on that one. So Kyle Gates records his first hit of the game, and that is a base hit.
Number 4, Alex Rogers.
And that will bring up the center fielder, number 4, Alex Rogers. So runner on at
And nobody up in the bullpen, so they're going to stick with him.
runner on at third base with 1 down. And Alex Rogers now the batter. First pitch there by Rabe is in there for call strike.
See one, hit one, here you go.
And Ray, like I said, he's not that far off, Frank. I mean, he's starting to turn that corner and starting to, like I said, I like what he's throwing. I know you said, yeah, he gave up 2 hits and a triple, but he's around the plate.
Ball hit to the first baseman.
Whoa, you don't need to
line
throw
shot.
that. And we get try to.
Line shot, so to the first baseman.
Yeah, you don't need any unnecessary throw, especially with 2 outs.
So we have 2 down now.
Noah Bass.
Here's the guy you got to worry about.
And runner on at third base is still Gates, and they say that Farrah Fawcett died in 2009 from cancer.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
So we have 2 down now with the runner on at third base, and here's the pitch. That one into the ground, misses for ball 1.
3 hits for Noah Bass today, 3 for 3, and a RBI.
Did you think we'd be talking about Farrah Fawcett today?
What's that?
Did you think we'd be talking about Farrah Fawcett on the way up here? You know, what we can talk about during the game? Whoa.
Oh, that one
hit him? No.
I thought that hit him, didn't it? Well, that one gets away from the and run scores. That makes it 7-4 now.
That's something that we've seen a lot, especially this summer, is to get a runner on third and a wild pitch. I don't know. It's just that pitchers lose their focus. You know what I'm saying, Frank? They lose it because we've seen that a lot. I mean, it's like, I remember one game is like 3 times they had runners on third and all 3 scored on wild pitches.
Yeah, that has happened quite a bit for the Rebels this year, unfortunately. So 7-4 now the score. Here's the pitch. That one lifted into center field. What a great diving catch there by center fielder for the Newton Rebels. That is Eli Hickman with a great play out in center field. That great play is sponsored by the Carl Hodges and family. The Rebels tradition continues since the year 2000. And Eli Hickman making a heck of a diving catch out in center field for out number 3.
I was going to say, Frank, all year, I'd say the most consistent is the play of our outfield defense. I mean, they've been there all summer, wouldn't you say? I mean, it's been pretty steady.
So for the Great Bend Batcats, they scored 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 6 innings of play, it is the Batcats 7 and the Rebels 4. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the top half of the 7th inning. And looks like Ethan Thomas still on the mound for the Batcats. We'll give you his numbers here so far as he goes to the top half of the 7th inning. For Ethan Thomas, he has gone 6 innings, has given up 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned runs, 3 base on balls, has struck out 9 as he has faced 30 batters so far. And he does have a total of, well, we'll get the number here in just a second on how many pitches. That one hits Nolan Riley, and Nolan Riley will be on at first base as a hit batsman.
But Frank, I'm looking in the bullpen there, the back catch. You got that lefty that's been thrown. He's been thrown there for about 3 innings out there warming up. I can't tell who it is from here.
Ethan Thomas, that was the 18th pitch.
Yeah, it's kind of
for Ethan Thomas. So I'm sure that he's getting close to coming out of the ball game. you would think anyway, here in the top half of the seventh inning. They may be trying to get him just through the seventh inning here.
They're definitely extending them, because like I said, they're short on the bullpen.
Brings up the right fielder, number 8, Thomas Capion. First pitch misses outside as the count now goes to 1 ball, no strikes. And Nolan Riley standing on first base as the Rebels need base runners as they are down 7-4 here in the top half of the seventh inning.
You definitely don't want to help him out right now. Just right now, make him throw a strike.
Throw down to first base. In safely is Nolan Riley.
3 runs down. I mean, if Capion can get on some, and then you get the tying run up.
And here's the pitch. And a bunt there by Thomas Capion as he's going to get a sacrifice there. Moving over to second base will be Nolan Riley. So a sacrifice bunt there, a 1-3 put out for out number 1.
Coach might have just wanted to get out of that double play situation right here. And you got a guy named Brotman that, who can, he can hit out of any ballpark. Gets the right pitch.
And that will bring up the shortstop number 1, Andrew Brotman. So Brotman now up as we have 1 down here in the top half of the seventh inning. With Nolan Riley now standing at second base as he just got sacrificed over by Thomas Capion. That fastball misses high for ball 1. And that was the 120th pitch.
Yeah.
121st pitch, I should say.
It takes me back, Frank.
By Ethan Thomas.
It was old days that you talk about. But we used to throw that much.
Fast ball is fouled off there by Brotman, as that will even up the count now at 1 ball, 1 strike.
They were talking about on the way up, I was listening to MLB, that satellite radio, and they were talking about going through like Nolan Ryan and guys like that throwing over 300 innings. Steve Carlton threw over 300-something innings. I mean, just those guys, they threw 150 pitches, 200 pitches.
Hard hit ball there by Brotman, but it's going to be foul as the count will now go to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
The times have changed, haven't they? I mean,
they sure have.
Well, and you look at injuries, what do you think on it? I mean, still got a lot of injuries, and I don't know. I just look back.
Well, the main thing about it is why a lot of pitchers don't go as far, because now you have middle relievers and you have finishers.
Right.
And before that, it just used to be starting pitchers and closers.
Yeah.
That's all. There's a breaking ball down low, and that will even up the count now to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And closers, and some of the closers, I mean, if you think back in the old days, they might go Goose Gossage and those kind of guys went 3 innings sometimes, 2, 3, 3 innings if they had to come in, get the starter going 6 innings or 7, then the closer came in.
So the count is 2-2 now to Andrew Brotman, and Ethan Thomas's pitch. That one fouled off once again by Brotman, as the count will stay at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brotman hanging tough here for the Newton Rebels. And by the way, did you get all the votes for the MVP?
Yes. Yeah. And you're the one that broke it, so
I'm the one that broke it.
But I'm not going to tell you who it is.
Okay. I'm not gonna spill the beans here.
So when it's called upon, everybody can go.
Yeah.
Well, I know what was the deciding vote, but it was close. Like we all knew. I mean, this is toughest year ever, I think.
Yeah. Well, of course, only the second year. That ball hit to the right-hand side. Riley will move to third base. Second baseman Freiberg will go to first for out number 2. So a 4-3 put out in the books if you're scoring at home. And there will be a runner now on at third base with 2 down. And that will bring up the catcher number 25, Max Dozier.
Yeah, it's productive out, though. Move the runner over to third base. And like we talked about, it could be a pass ball or whatever. Just a little base hit, we could score a run. A lot easier scoring from third than second.
That one misses high for ball 1. Almost got Dozier in the head there. That was awful close.
That was real close.
And that is the 127th pitch now by Ethan Thomas. That's count as 1 ball, no strikes. Runner on at third base with 2 down here in the top half of the 7th inning. And here's the pitch by Thomas. That one misses it outside. And the count now goes to 2 balls and no strikes.
He's been a little inconsistent in his delivery also. I mean, if you look at how many balls and strikes, he's 76 strikes, 52 balls.
2-0 coming from ET.
That one in there for call strike. As the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Every time I think he's starting to lose it, right there, then boom, he pumps in a strike.
Now, on Saturdays and Sundays, it's MacGyver and Greatest American Hero.
Do you know what our baseball schedule is, by the way? Are we off on Thursday? That one fouled off there by Dozier. As the count will stay at 2 balls, 2
He's
strikes.
supposed to finish up the series with the Seeds, but
On Wednesday, isn't it?
well, Wednesday and Thursday.
Oh, we do play Wednesday and Thursday?
And they were supposed to play Hutch. And let me double check.
Okay.
Because everything's been changed. Everybody's just,
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious.
but I will find that out.
And here's the pitch. That one hits to the right-hand side, and Ryberg goes to first base for out number 3. So a 4-3 put out for the third out. Here in the top half of the 7th inning for the Newton Rebels, they scored no runs. No hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 6 1/2, it is the Great Bend Batcats 7 and the Newton Rebels 4, and we'll be right back.
And my grandparents didn't care about any of that sci-fi crap.
But he wanted to get through this.
And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, as we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. And this guy here, he's just Mark Cavala, the general manager for the Newton Rebels. Mark,
That's all.
I have enjoyed having you this year as the color commentator. I want you to know that.
It's been one of my summer highlights, Frank, just hanging out with you and doing this. But you didn't tell me about your golf game today.
Well, we haven't had a chance to talk about that. We're
know,
talking about
that's-
Farrah Fawcett. We're going to go out to the field here and do up in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Oh, and what a line shot there by the Micah Grover. Micah Grover records his first hit of the ball game. And that was a line shot on the diving Nolan Riley at third base, but got by him. So Grover records his first hit of the ball game, and that is the 9th hit of the ball game for the Batcats. That will bring up the shortstop number 7, Zane Spinn. I'm going to make sure that that's correct on our 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that is correct. That is the 9th hit for the Batcats. 7-4 is the score. We hope you have enjoyed the broadcast here tonight. And guess what? When you have a good internet, you can give a good broadcast.
Yeah.
You don't have that buffing and all that stuff going on. The only problem that we had was it was just a little bit too light, but that's something that we couldn't control because of where we're at. We had the same problem when we were here at Great Bend last time, but finally it darkened up, and that's good to see. As the count will now go to 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on at first base. That one misses way outside by Colin Rabe. As the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Spin. Spin enters this at bat. 1 for 2 line. He does have 2
Yeah, like I said, Ray right now he's throwing strikes though. That's a key.
That one hit into right field. Thomas Capion backing up, not. It's going to be over his head. That's going to be in for extra bases. That is the 10th hit of the ball game. Coming around third base is Grover. The throw to third base not going to be in time, and that is a triple by Zane Spin and an RBI. 8-4 now the score, with a runner on at third base and no out here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. And that will bring up the designated hitter number 26, Brady Mitchell.
Yeah, tough situation right now. I mean, they're just sitting on his fastballs right now, which, you know, like he's throwing some strikes, but they're sitting on that fastball.
1 for 2. RBI.
Infield it is in.
Driving another run for the Bad Cats.
Micah Grover has one hit here tonight.
He is called a strike to the knees.
I'm sorry. Brady Mitchell has one hit here tonight. He is 1 for 2 here tonight. Fielder's choice, base on balls, and a double. His last time up in the 5th inning.
Coach is doing pretty good for him.
That one misses low, and that's going to get away from the catcher as that took a big bounce. That's the second wild pitch now by Colin Ray, but another run scores, and that takes the score 9-4 now in favor of the Great Bend Batcats.
Yeah, and that's a tough pitch. I mean, you know, somebody goes, well, the catcher needs to block it, but that's pretty tough.
Well, it took a big bounce, and Dozier did try to get in front of that, but it just bounced right over his left shoulder there. So that's the score now goes 9-4. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike, and that one misses low for ball 2.
Well, as you see everything, he's rushing everything. When he rushes and he gets his leg kick going, you know, he gets up there, his legs right there. Then when he comes down and plants, and everything rushes instead of being nice, steady motion.
Umpire says 2 balls, 1 strike. Once again, we'll be in Newton tomorrow. That game time is 5 p.m. against the Sunflower Seats. And there's a swing and a miss there by Mitchell, as that will even up the count now at 2-2.
So when everything worked right there together, look what happened. That's what I'm saying about. Sorry, Frank. Because I'm studying him. I want Ray to be successful.
So Colin Rabe now ready to go to work here on the 2-2 pitch. That one hit to the third baseman, Nolan Riley. That was a doubler there. And Nolan Riley not going to be able to get to it. And that's going to be a base hit there by Brady Mitchell. Even though Riley got to the ball, I think Mitchell would have been on safely. As that was just dubbed down into the ground, and Riley was just not able to do anything with it.
Yeah, known as a swinging bunt right there.
And that will bring up the catcher number 19, Jet Forrest.
Still no outs.
That's right. We have no outs here in the bottom half of the 7th inning as the Batcats have scored 1 run. Or they scored 2 runs. 2 runs, I'm sorry. As the score is 9-4.
So working on their execution right here.
Count is no balls, 1 strike now to Jet Forrest.
That's the only thing I think of, Frank, right here, bunting, you know, but especially with a 5-run lead.
Throw over to first base there by Rabe, and wing it. Does not even attempt to make the tag, as in safely was Mitchell.
Oh, yeah, he was there.
Just a courtesy toss over there.
Show me. Yeah.
Breaking ball, there's a bunt laid down, and that's going to be in foul territory. And that time Dozier went to foul territory. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
He did that one game before where the ball was in foul territory, but he was standing in fair territory, and that ended up being a base hit.
The young man's learning.
Yeah, so he learned on that one. I remember that play well, as that last one that was on third base side. This one was on the first base side. And the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes. To Jet Forrest, the catcher here this evening for the Batcats, who is 1 for 3 here tonight.
And Dozier's been dropping down. It's what you do as a catcher. You just drop down. You can't come up. You got to go straight down, and he's been doing that a lot right there, blocking some balls. And it's always tough right around home plate.
Also the fact that you can't wear spikes there.
Right now, our schedule shows. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Our schedule shows that we play Tuesday at home against the. Oh, I'm sorry. July the. We play Wednesday at home against the Seeds, and then are off on Thursday, and then play Friday. There's a hard hit ball to left center field. Looks like the center fielder Eli Hickman will make the catch for out number 2, or correction, out number 1.
I'd say the outfielders have been all over that field. I mean, that's
And you know what? It's been like that for both teams.
Yeah. I mean, it's been some balls hit to the wall, to the.
3, Brett Freiberg.
Especially Eli. I mean, look at him. He's just been covering that field out there just like crazy.
And we'll bring up the second baseman, number 3, Brett Freiberg. Freiberg got a base hit his last time up.
You definitely have to be in good shape to be an outfielder. This, all the running you have to do.
He is 1 for 2 here tonight. There's a
There you go.
swing and a miss there by Freiberg. As the count now goes to no balls, 1 strike. We do have Brady Mitchell on at first base with 1 down here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. 2 runs have scored for the Batcats here in the bottom half of the 7th to take the score 9-4. That one misses outside for ball 1, and the count will now even up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
And there are some. I mean, like I said, the whole game's been Rebels in the bullpen, but guess what they're doing, Frank? Sitting down in the bullpen.
Well, they got Colin Rabe out there now, so he's the
sticking
man.
with him. Yep.
That one misses low and inside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike now to Brett Freiberg, who's playing second base this evening for the Batcats.
And Rave's fighting a lot, like a lot of the pitchers we've had. Just consistency, just being consistent.
That one misses inside, and that one gets away from Dozier again. And moving over to second base will be Mitchell, as the count is now 3 balls and 1 strike. Well, as you've seen, the Rebels are able to score runs in bunches sometimes.
Yeah, just got to
So
hold. Just
they're
got to hold.
have to hold them, get the outs here.
That's the problem. That's right. And we've done a lot better lately in some games. It's just that we kind of sometimes take a big step back.
Hard hit ball down to the left field line. That's going to be foul. And that would take the count to full now at 3-2.
There's Ricky Hockett again running all over the field over there, running down the line. And Ricky hasn't been playing a lot of outfield lately, but he's getting his worth today. He's getting his steps in. Have to ask him if he has a Fitbit on and see where he's at after the game.
Well, the Jacobs will be coming to the game tomorrow. They're traveling from Hayes, Kansas. Did you know that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The ball, hard hit ball to left right field. Thomas Capion backing up, not able to make the catch there. And that's going to be in for extra bases. Freiberg will end up stopping at third base. And another run is scored.
Yeah, Thomas had some trouble with the lights right there. Because he went back, he drop stepped, and what he's supposed to do is correct right there, but then when he came down to catch it just looked like he just missed it, just like it was in the lights or something.
The right fielder, number 25.
That's going to be a triple, I'm sure, by Freiberg. Another run scores, takes the score to 10-4.
Rabe's line's not going to look good, but
12th hit of the ball game. Sorry.
But I'm saying Rabe's line's not going to be good at the final line that you read off. But he could have had some help too.
That fastball misses high for ball 1.
circuit. He's got an RBI or run scored, and extra base hit. Infield. Save for
Definitely the crowd. That gets the crowd every time they get a base hit. You notice that the crowd gets going.
Yeah,
and
the
gets
infield's
loud.
now in for the Newton Rebels as they trying to keep another run from scoring, as there's only one out here in the inning. Fouled off there by Henry, as the count will now go to 1 strike.
Well, there is somebody now throwing. I can't see Frank behind the pole over there.
I don't know. All I see is Mr. Henry catching, number 5.
Yeah, playing catch with somebody, so I can't. It's pretty dark down there.
It may be Maley
But
because
then-
it's
and
a
the-
left-handed thrower.
Yeah, and the lefty over here, and he's been throwing for like 3 or 4 innings.
Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss there by Henry, as the count now goes to 1 strikes.
1 for 2.
I have to ask Mr. Kim who lefty is throwing in the pen.
Number 7.
Yeah.
That breaking ball misses outside. As that count will go now to 2 strikes.
Number 3. Having trouble
Right.
adjusting his swing.
I was trying to find. Yeah, I don't have him on the roster, but he's been throwing for like 3 innings. You know, so
As the infield's in for the Rebels, a high pop-up. Left side, infield.
That one fouled off
Is going to be out.
by Henry
one for the fans.
into the crowd. Yeah, so I imagine you see a lot of little league ball players trying to chase that one
running
down.
after that. I mean, we have a lot of them at our place, you know, especially when we give away candy for those foul balls. We get most of them back, Frank. We get most of the baseballs back. They're pretty expensive these days.
As the count stays at 2 strikes now to Tyler Henry here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. They've scored 3 runs so far, make it 10-4 in favor of Great Bend.
2-2.
Swing and a
Yeah.
miss there by
Nice.
Henry as he goes down swinging for out number 2. And that is the first strikeout recorded by Cullen Reeb here in the ball game.
Here you go, Frank. That's good. Here's a question for you.
What's that, sir?
How much do you think baseballs are a dozen in the Sunflower League?
How much they are? A dozen?
Yep.
I would say $100 and some probably.
No, around 60, 60 some.
60
we buy
some?
them in bulk, you know, the whole league.
Okay.
So we buy them. Everybody buys. We buy with 20 dozen, 30 dozen, whatever. But yeah, usually around 60 some bucks a dozen.
A dozen. So then my 120 was correct for 2 dozen.
Yeah,
Another base hit there by Gates
he's going.
as he gets extra bases and another run scores. And that is the 11th run now.
Yeah, they're doing an excellent job, Frank. Just going with the pitch on the fastball, sitting on the fastball because they know that Rabe's having a little trouble with everything else. So they can sit on that fastball, but they just go with it.
And it brings up the center fielder, number 4, Alex.
Seen a lot of oppo hits tonight.
So an RBI there for Gates. And the score now 11-4.
They've done pretty well against Rogers, who is a nemesis the time we played him earlier. Couldn't keep him off the bases, and then he'd steal second and third. And everything.
Ball hit to the third base between the gap, I should say. Brotman not able, or he is able to get to it as Nolan Riley moved to his left and Brotman moved to his right.
Yeah, I thought Riley was going to get it for a
Yeah,
second.
I did too. And Rogers is on with a base hit here in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
Corners for the third baseman, number 10, Noah.
And that means Gates moves to third base. Now Rogers on at first as he records his second hit of the ball game. That is the 14th hit of the ball game for the Batcats.
Definitely another long inning for the Rebels.
Now bring up the third baseman, number 10, Noah Best. Ball hit to the second baseman. Second baseman should go to first for the out, which he does. And that is a 4-3 put out for the third out. But not before the Great Bend Batcats score 4 runs on 5 hits. Correction, 6 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 7, it is the Batcats 11 and the Rebels 4, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, joined along by Mark Cavalla, our general manager, as we go to the top half of the 8th inning. Looks like we're going to have a new pitcher now for the Batcats.
Yeah,
and who is that?
Let's see, number 11, is that right? Is that?
Yeah, it looks like it's number 11.
Yeah, Diego.
And that will be Diego Escobedo.
Yeah, from Mexico City, Mexico, 6 foot 200, lefty. And guess where he's from? Temple College.
Okay, Diego Escobedo.
But he's been in that, I mean, he should be warm. He was probably out there, 2 or 3 innings, Frank, throwing in the bullpen.
So he will be coming in now. And let's go cut you out to the field here. Due up now for the Newton Rebels as we are in the top half of the 8th inning. 11-4 is the score. Is left fielder number 10, Ricky Hockett.
Escobedo going to be relieving Thomas, who threw a lot of pitches, but he did what he needed to do.
And let me see if I can give you the final numbers here for. We lost it. That one in there for call strike, as the count now goes to 1 strike. Ricky Hockett now the batter here in the top half of the 8th inning. Let's see if that is Diego Escobedo. We're going to go to Batcats here, and Ethan Thomas ends up going 7 innings, gives up 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned runs, 3 base on balls, had 9 strikeouts as he faced 34 batters. So that is the final numbers for Ethan Thomas.
That's he'll be sleeping well tonight.
And he'll most likely, if it stays like this, will get the win. If not, Mr. Escobedo will be.
I was going to tell you, Frank, a little update. Diamond Dogs and Monarchs, top of the 9th, 5-5.
5-5. That's a good ball game. I did that ball game last night at X Stadium. That's call strike 3 as Ricky Hockett goes down looking.
He threw the bat
for out number 1.
Because he thought it was ball 4. But you can't do that, Ricky. I mean, you let the umpire call it, but I think he was already going to call him out, weren't you? But yeah. So
that would bring up the designated hitter number 16, Anthony Zellner. That pitch was awful close there. Not sure if it was a strike, but I thought it was awful close. You got to protect that plate with 2 strikes. So we got 1 down now here in the top half of the 8th inning. The last night's ball game, of course, with Newton Rebels and against the Seeds. That one was a wild one. There's a hard hit ball there by Anthony Zellner. That's a base hit as Zellner records his 2nd hit of the ball game. He will be on at first base now with 1 down, and that will bring up the center fielder number 0, Eli Hickman.
He squared that fastball right up the middle.
One pitch, one base hit there by Zellner.
Now, how long did that game last?
Well, I'm not sure what time I got home, but of course that first game was the Rebels in the Sea, 21-11. That one almost a 4-hour ball game.
Yeah.
And I don't think the second game was supposed to start at 7:30. I don't think it actually got started till they had said 9:05 start time, but I don't think it started until about like 9:20 or 9.
Yeah. I watched the first
30.
couple of innings. I didn't know. So.
And then by the time I got home, there's a hit batsman there is Eli Hickman, as he will be going to first base. And he has been on base 4 times now tonight, as he has walked 3 times and got hit by a pitch 1 time. So there'll be runners on at first and second, as moving to second base will be Zellner. Hickman will move to first base, and that will bring up the second baseman, number 35, Tysick Nolan.
Tysick making his debut at second base.
And it's 1 for 3 here tonight.
Not bad.
He got hit by a pitch the last time up, but he did get a hard hit ball back to the pitcher for his first hit of the season that we can think of. Because we see nothing else on the...
Yeah. I was going to say, Frank, like we were talking about Escobedo right here on the mound. He's definitely warm. I hope he didn't, like I said, a lot of guys, they throw their game out in the bullpen. You see that a lot. A lot of guys like to throw, and then they get in the game and they don't have anything.
Excuse me. Well, this happens every once in a while. My apologies. When you do talking and you have nothing to drink, all of a sudden you get what you call dry mouth. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, Mr. Kim. Dry mouth and... Well, thank you to pitcher Mr. Kim here. Let me share his water.
Strike 3 fastball.
Have not touched it yet, so I appreciate that. There's a strikeout to Tysick Nolan, and that is out number 2. Second strikeout of this inning, second out of the inning.
Escobedo is showing me. He said, hey, I'm not tired.
And
I'll come right
that
after
will
you.
bring up the first baseman, number 14, Trey Wingett.
Now, this might be kind of a good matchup for Wingett right here, especially he throws that fastball. Wingett definitely hits the fastball.
Double steal. This one and hit foul down the left field line.
Boy, did I need that one. Ooh. All of a sudden, I got dry mouth and cotton mouth, and
Oh, yeah.
I could not even move my tongue there for a second. So the count is no balls, 1 strike now to Trey Wingett. Once again, I appreciate Mr. Kim sharing his water with me.
Yeah. Enjoy getting to know him over here. We've been all
He
these
was
games.
here. He was here last time that we were
Yep.
up here announcing. He was running the scoreboard, and he pitched against the Rebels 1 game, and I remember he did really well against us.
One of the best pitchers.
Yep. Let me give you little numbers on him since we're talking about him.
I don't think he knows you're looking that up. He's
Runners on first and second. That gets the 11-4 top of the 8th. Diego Laje
But he's one of those players from Temple College. Another one. I mean, like I said, Coach Ward's got that pipeline going, and that's what's nice when you've been around. And I think he said something like Coach Warren, who was a longtime coach from here, who is his coach, had kind of set that up, and they just kept it going.
Well, he has appeared in 6 ball games, has started 6 games, and has pitched a total of 39 innings.
Strikeout right there by
Another
Wingett.
strikeout, so that's out number 3 here in the top half of the 8th inning. So for the Newton Rebels, they scored no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 7.5, it is the Batcats 11 and the Rebels 4, and will be. Well, we're going to stay here because I want to finish up Mr. Kim. Like I say, he was nice enough to share his water. He has gone 39 innings, has given up 35 hits, 18 runs, 15 earned runs. He also has a total of 15 10 base on balls, and he has a total of 50
Yeah,
strikeouts.
he's one of the league strikeout leaders.
Yeah, one of the league strikeout leaders, and he also has is 2-3 for the season, and he comes in with a 3.46 ERA.
Okay, very
So there you
risky.
go, Mr. Kim. I gave you a little plug here on YouTube for you sharing the water with us. We'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. We've got a new pitcher now for the Newton Rebels. It'll be number 30, Spencer Maley, now coming in to pitch for the Rebels.
Yeah, Spencer, like I said, he's done a great job. Frank, I don't know, from the first couple weeks it was roughed up quite a bit. But since then, we need to look at his numbers because right now he has the second best ERA right behind Zach Gillig in ERA. And yesterday,
it looks like a 1.24
yeah,
or something like that.
I think he's like a 4 point something. But you remember, he was in double digits. And so, he's done a great job. And yesterday at X Stadium, 1-2-3.
So due up here in the bottom half of the 8th inning will be the first baseman, number 34, Micah Grover.
34, Micah Grover.
And Colin Rabe, he goes 2 innings, gives up 9 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, and he struck out 1 as he faced 14 batters.
And more important, no walks.
Yep, no walks by Mr. Rabe. So we're ready to go. There's Spencer Maley's first pitch. A swing and a miss there by Grover as the count now goes to no balls, 1 strike. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning.
1 for 2. 2 runs scored, a walk and a hit by pitch.
It's been tough. Like I said, the offense just couldn't, ask them to keep coming back all the time, and just, it's tough. They scored those 4 runs early, right, Frank? Through 5, I take it. We haven't scored much the last, 3? It's the type of game where you got to keep scoring.
Yep, you got to score. 0-2 now the count. And here's the pitch by Maley. Just misses low as the count will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I wonder if our super fan out there, Jake Gibbs, is still watching. He's a super fan,
Boy, I tell you what. Here's the pitch. That misses outside as that count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, you know why Jay Gibbs didn't ask for my autograph, don't you?
Well, he's got your poster.
He's got my poster.
That's
and
right.
It's already autographed.
That's right.
That's why he didn't ask for it. That one misses outside for ball 3. So the count is full now at 3-2.
Yeah, Spencer right there just letting the ball. As you can see his delivery, just letting it go where he lets go of the ball right there, just a little too early. You got to get downhill.
Have a timeout now as the count is full now at 3-2 to Micah Grover here in the bottom half of 8th inning. 11-4 to the score in favor of Great Bend. And a great crowd here this evening in Great Bend, Kansas.
Oh, yeah. That's great. That's
And
what
a beautiful
we want.
evening, too, for baseball.
You're right. That's what we need to keep getting to Newton.
There's a swing and a miss there by Grover as he goes down swinging for out number 1. Spencer Maley records his first strikeout of the ball game. And I believe, if I'm
Number 7,
correct,
Jake Finn.
And Maley right there, like I said, he's going to Butler County. He's from he played high school ball at Goddard Eisenhower, and you know who the assistant coach was there, right?
At Goddard Eisenhower?
Yeah.
Not Campo. Campo's
No.
ball hit to the second baseman, and Wingett was going to go for that.
Whoa.
He ended up getting 4-3 play. Well, actually, that was not
No, it's
the second baseman,
yeah.
Isaac Nolan. You know, he went for the play, but the first baseman, Trey Wingett, also went for it and
had to get back.
And had to get back. And Nolan had to end up waiting for Wingett to get back to first base before he was able to throw. And when he did, he just kind of just fired it. You know,
But yeah, that was pretty close too. And I don't know how much first base Wingett has played. He's basically one of the best outfielders we have.
first pitch misses outside, as we do have now 2 down.
No, but assistant coach at Goddard Eisenhower is Mike Warren.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I knew that.
Like I said, he's
I couldn't think of who you were speaking of.
talk about a celebrity. Everybody knows him up here. I don't know 30 years, whatever he was up here at Barton County.
By the way, that last strikeout by Maley, that is his 31st of the season. The first one of the ball game.
I said he's done a good job. He just keeps getting better and better.
Count is 1-1 strike now to Brady Mitchell. Here's the pitch. That one, looked good, but misses outside. As the count now is 2-1 strike. 2 down here in the bottom half of the 8th. 11-4 the score.
I just have Maley. What you and I are always talking about tempo. His tempo is so much better.
He seems so much more in control. That one is just misses low.
Boy.
And that would take the count to 3-1 strike.
I look forward to seeing him at Butler. Like I said, having some, coming back and talking to the coach. I know the coach is there and telling him, man, this kid's going to play well for you.
And here's the pitch by Maley. That one misses inside. And hustling for that ball is Dozier. Going to first base will be Mitchell. As that was ball 4. And now batting the catcher number 19, Jet Forrest.
Not a lot of, believe it or not, all these runs, but not a lot of balls. But based on balls, not a lot of walks, Frank.
Nope, sure isn't, which is good for Newton Rebels baseball.
Just a lot of hits.
Unfortunately, we have 14 hits
Yeah.
against us, have doubled the number. Their ball hit to the shortstop, Andrew Brotman. Brotman gets it on the 4th hop, goes to first base with a 6-3 put out for the 3rd out. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning, for the Batcats, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 8 innings to play, the Batcats 11 and the Newton Rebels 4, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, and I'm joined along by Mr. Mark Cavalla, our general manager for the Newton Rebels. As we go to the top half of the 9th inning, the score 11-4 in favor of Great Bend.
What do you think so far, Frank? What do you think of this game? What's your...
Well, my true opinion is this. We're down players, and we know that there's some position players that not playing today. And then the pitcher of Aiden Corrigan, ended up going 5 innings, something like that. He did a good job, I thought. And
that was a great story, And then early in the game when like Ricky Hockett, had the two big hits and RBIs. I mean, guys stepping up. Zellner. I mean, we had a lot of excitement going early in the game.
Yeah, we sure did. It was 5-4 at one point, and now it's 11-4. So we're just not dissatisfied by it. The guys are still trying, or they're trying awful hard as we go to the top half of the 9th inning. And is this a new pitcher? No, still number 11 is Escobedo. Escobedo. If you want to say it in Spanish.
He's very warmed up. Like I said, he's the guy who threw 2 or 3 innings. While Thomas, right there was kind of laboring there for a while.
Oh, and I'm yawning on the air here. I apologize. I am tired. Had a late night last night doing the doubleheader there at X Stadium for the Sunflower Showcase. Didn't do any play-by-play, but I did get a chance to do the PA announcing, which...
we were talking about if you got paid by the batter announcing, you'd be a very rich man yesterday.
Well, I had somebody the other day, he said, saw me walking down the hallway, or the escalator, the elevator, and he says, Mr. Martinez, he goes, I would like to have a quarter for every game that you've announced in the last 27 years, because I've done baseball, basketball, football, wrestling, a little bit of volleyball. That went in there for call strike as the count will even up at 1-1. Due up is the third baseman, number 23, Nolan Riley. And then not only middle school games, but high school games and college games, and you name it, we've done it. That one hit to the right-hand side and foul. Plus 27 years at the NBC World Series.
I've known you a long time, and I remember you doing that. I was thinking back, even teams that I coached, NBC and everything. Remember, here come Frank. Hey, Carv, I need your lineup. Whatever.
Yep. I remember that, Carv.
Yep.
You were just a young pup then.
That's right. I was.
27 years ago. How old were you 27 years ago?
About 27, probably. No, I don't know, but while I just quit counting.
It's real simple. All you do is take your age and subtract 27 years.
Yeah, but I lost all that. I lost the birth certificates. I can tell people that was in a fire. So I don't know. So I don't know how old I am. One of those.
Well, see, I would have been I would have been about 50 years old. There's a swing and a miss, and
that's rare.
Nolan Riley goes down for a swinging for out number 1.
Yeah, you don't see Riley.
Actually, I would have been 49 years old.
Yeah, I thought I knew you before that, though. I knew you back. Ray Beatty.
No, wait a minute.
Ray Beatty.
39 years old. Is that right?
Yeah, when you were coaching with Ray Beatty. What was that? 80s? That had to be.
I'd have been 39 years old. I'm sorry. I take that back.
Yeah, I remember looking up to you, so.
Yeah, I knew Mr. Beatty, and
he's the one who introduced us years ago.
Yeah, many years ago.
Yep.
So the count is no balls, 1 strike, as we do have 1 out. There's another swing and a miss there by Thomas Capion. And the count is no balls, 2 strikes. We are in the top half of the 9th inning. Are we going to have a player of the game tonight? What I would suggest is, since we got a long drive home, let's have a player of the game, but interview him tomorrow night.
Right, we can do that.
Along with the player of the game. How will we do that? So that way we can get our stuff put up and head home, because I am just exhausted. And we still have we got about a 2-hour drive.
We get some food here and hit the road.
Yep, hit the road.
Get ready for that game tomorrow.
I was unsure whether I was going to stay or not. There's a third looking strike for out number 2.
It's too many guys that's looking at strike 3, and the approaches are just as we worked hard on the approaches. Don't you think too many backward Ks?
That will bring Andrew Brotman. By the way, I'm going to go ahead and go to the sponsors so we can get off the air real quick. By the way, we are playing tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Is that correct?
Right.
In Newton, Kansas, a 7-inning game against the Sunflower Seeds.
Right.
And as far as our schedule shows online, we're supposed to be off Thursday and then work Friday.
Right. And if it changes, we'll let you know.
Let me know.
Yeah. It's been a cluster, especially because of the seed situation and everything else.
So our sponsors for tonight, Double Play, sponsored by the team of Peyton Paul, attorneys at law. We did have one. Doubles are sponsored by Cobra Enterprise Store and Stuff and Realty Connections. We did have a couple. Plays at the plate. There's a ball hit down to the right field side. That's another base hit there by Andrew Brotman as he records his second hit of the ball game. So Andrew Brotman will be on at first base now with 2 down, and that will bring up the catcher number 25, Max Dozier. Plays at the plate. Plays at the plate are sponsored by the Colonel Tim Mahler family in honor of the Kansas National Guard. Your home team, always ready, always there. Pitching changes, which we've had 3 tonight, and I've never announced them. I apologize to Ray Roofing. Pitching changes are sponsored by Race Roofings. They have you covered. The pitching changes are sponsored by Race Roofing. They have you covered. The pitching changes are sponsored by Race Roofing.
One more time.
They have you covered. There, now we're all covered.
Yeah, you're covered. There you go.
Home runs, no home runs tonight, but they are sponsored by the John Odeman family, proud friends of the Newton Rebels. And great plays are sponsored by Carl Hodges and family. The Rebels tradition continues since the years 2000. And a hard hit ball to first base. First baseman Escobedo will go to first for out number 3. So a 1-3 put out for the third out, and that is the ball game. The final score: the Great Bend Bobcats 11 and the Newton Rebels 4. So, Carv, that is it for tonight.
Yeah.
Once again, we will be in action tomorrow. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I can tell you we're not coming back up here. Okay, so that's it for this. The 2021 summer. Great Bend will get back home, get to finish up with the Seeds, get to finish up with Hutch, and we'll kind of have to regroup and figure out what we're going to be doing for next year, and we'll fill everybody in. But right now, a game at a time. Let's go tomorrow against the Seeds, 5 o'clock, 7-inning game.
Okay, the way our schedule shows right now online, it shows that we play Wednesday at 5 o'clock instead of 7 o'clock like it shows. It is supposed to be a 5 o'clock game and only a 7-inning game. Off Thursday, we do have a game on Friday against the Monarchs, and that will be in Hutchinson at 7 o'clock. Then the Rebels will be home on Saturday at Centennial Park.
And we might probably have to move that. That's at 5 o'clock if our lights aren't ready.
Okay, we're not sure.
They're working on the lights on tomorrow. I mean, be working during the day, and they'll find out if it's a possibility they can fix it, because there's 2 banks of lights that got hit with lightning.
Okay.
So that way, then we'll see and we'll know what time.
Then we will be in Hutchinson on Sunday and Monday, and then back on Tuesday against the Hutchinson Monarchs, depending. If it's 5 or 7, we'll let everybody know. So that is the ball game here for tonight. Once again, we'd like to thank all our sponsors: Back Alley Pizzas, Curtis C's, Carl Hodges and family, John Odeman family, Race Roofing, the Colonel Tim Mahler and family in honor of the Kansas National Guard, Cobra Enterprise, Store and Stuff, Realty Connections, Peyton and Paul, attorneys at law, and also the host families.
Well, we forgot John Oldham has had his birthday.
Oh, it is.
So I think happy birthday from Frank here.
Happy birthday from the Newton Rebels.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah.
From the Newton Rebel family. Happy birthday to you. So once again, we'll have our player of the game tomorrow night. We're going to go with, we had Hockett was 2 for 4 with 1 RBI. We had Ziller 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And I think Nolan Riley, Andrew Brotman was 2 for 5, but no RBIs. Didn't score any runs. So it's either Zeller or Hockett.
Well, I was going to say we haven't had Hockett on for a while, so have we?
Okay, we'll go with with Ricky Hockett then, and we'll have him on the air tomorrow as a player of the game. So along with whoever the player of the game is tomorrow. So we'll do that so we can get out of here, so we can head on home.
Be safe, everybody, and like I said, we're going to finish up the season strong. Just hang on, and we appreciate everything that you've done.
Well, we appreciate all of you that are watching from home, and don't forget that the Newton Rebels will be in action tomorrow at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock against the Sunflower Seeds out of Newton, and we'll see you tomorrow night. This is Frank Martinez, the voice of the Newton Rebels. Wish you a good evening. They fall tonight 11-4, and on behalf of General Manager Mark Cavala, we we thank you once again for watching. See you tomorrow night. This is Frank Martinez wishing you a good evening.